Hey there guys and gals, just a quick one before we begin. Thank you so much for watching this guide. If it helps or if you enjoy it, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with a friend as well. Huge shout out as well to all my Patreon supporters and YouTube members, so thank you so much. Also, if you enjoy the dark side of gaming, which involves controversies with streamers and studios, murder and more, check out my podcast called Gaming's Darker Side. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. So thank you so much, and now, on with the good stuff. And welcome to the good stuff. This is The Dark Eye, Chains of Satinav, another classic point-and-click adventure published and developed by Daedalic Entertainment, and is usually available for £17.99/$19.99, but does go on sale often, so always check the sales out. So, this is another very cool point-and-click adventure, very much like the Deponia series, but gameplay is vastly different, of course. Achievements-wise, for the most part, it's very easy. We just have to make certain decisions through the game, which we can use save and load tactics. We need to play on hard, which isn't that hard at all, but the annoying thing is you will need 2 playthroughs, one on hard and the other being on easy. So the first playthrough should take around 3 and a bit hours. The second easy playthrough should take less, since you don't have to mess around with any miscellaneous achievements. So let's do it. So as we begin then, make sure to choose the right hand side option, which is the hard one. And then what we can do is we can actually press the start button in order to just go ahead and skip the cutscene. But then to make things a little bit easier, so we're going to skip cutscenes with start. But any dialogue that will come up, we will be pressing the A button to skip it rather than start, just so we're all in the same place right here. So there's only a couple of buttons we need to worry about then. The A button, which will be talk or use. The X button, which will be to look at, so we use the A button there to press the hammer. And then we will use the Y button in order to use whatever item we've got. So we will use by pressing the Y button on old Alfred right here. And then we can go ahead in just a moment after we, again, skip the dialogue with the A button. Now we can press the L left trigger button in order to break the clay jar. So you can press the left trigger. One thing I should mention is don't press the left bumper or right bumper, or L1 and L2 buttons. Sorry, L1 and R1 buttons too many times, because we need an achievement at the very end of the game for basically not using the hotspot indicator, but it's very easy enough anyway. So, head to the... so we get an achievement here for Right from the Dirt, basically starting the game. So after we smash through the dialogue, we are going to speak to our old pal, Gwinnling.
What are you doing? I don't want to spend my being just a hunt without a cave.
So once we are able to, then we will just look down on the arrow button and choose quit. So we will quit this straight away. Again, obviously, as we progress through the game, we'll be speaking a lot through stuff for a lot of people. This time, we gonna quit. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to pick up the walking cane first of all, just beyond the back wall, by the back wall.
I'll borrow your...
Yeah, spanking your hairy Gwinnling. Next, we will look at the painting on the right-hand side wall. So again, you can also use the right stick to flick through the indicator hotspots as well, if you need to. And then after this, we can just exit straight down the ladder. So we don't need anything else from here for the momento. So let's go straight down again. Obviously, using the A button there is usually the action one / pickup one / talk to someone one. The closed trunk in the bottom left-hand corner, we're going to open that up, and then we will pick up the flute. That's my impression of a flute. Right, on the bed to the left is the oak leaves, which we will pick up as well. Or copper for short. I don't know how that ended up being shorter. Right, now we can just exit through the door. And into the town square we go. Right, so we're going to walk right, and we're going to enter the door. So just past where the 2 broskies are sitting. We're going to enter it.
Well,
and we'll have a little listen, a little eavesdrop, as it were.
Yeah, but he swore
by let me think.
And now we can exit back to the ground. The hotspot for it is dead in the middle of the barrels. So again, use the right stick to fiddle-dee-dee up to the barrels. Like I said, if two people are talking, you can press the start button to completely skip the dialogue, but I find that was a little bit too confusing, so didn't want to confuse you guys too much, so that's why we just press the A button to skip through the dialogue. So now we exit left of the barrels to come up to the market here. And what we're going to do, we are going to, you can see the stall right in the middle. Just to the right of it is a clothesline. So this is where we're going to use our inventory for the first time. So if you press down, it'll be like, if you press up, it'll be the sort of quick inventory here. But if you press down on your D-pad, you will be able to get the big inventory up. And then you'll be able to actually see what you're grabbing. So you needed to use the walking cane there with the doublet, which we just did. Now we will look at the inventory, and now we will press the X button on the doublet here. And that'll get us a brass leaf. So again, you press up on the D-pad, and that'll bring up your big inventory so you can actually look at things. Next, talk to Hilda in the stall, whatever you want. And when we're able to, choose the option pot with lots, which is kind of like a lot of pots with more pots.
Those are lots for the town fair. One draw.
And what are the prizes?
I still have this straw puppet. The winner can choose the...
Next option, we're going to choose buy a lot.
I want to
Well, go on with your luck.
Don't you? Here's your... Damn.
Will you be so kind? And please don't...
And for the next one, we will question the odds. Question them. Don't let her get away with this.
Has anyone ever...
Of course. Look. I've painted lit, and as you can see, there is... That means that they're...
All right.
Next option, choose music on the fair. So top right, music on the fair.
Do you like the music?
Yes. I've been listening the whole... Oh, how I'd love to, but unfortunately, I wish he would play this. I don't think I could hold my...
And for the final one, we will choose Hilda's song. So top right, Hilda's song.
What's so special about the...
Well, Garon, it's just so... You would have to listen to...
Right, now we should be able to go down to the bottom and quit out, so we can exit this one. No, so, next up, we are now going to talk to Gleeman, the violin player.
Greetings, minstrel.
My name is Fredhelm. What do you want? No, just Fredhelm. All right then. What is it? Is there anything?
And rather politely, as a polite Englishman, we will ask for Hilda's song.
Can you play something different?
You don't like my music?
Oh, but I do. The song about the...
Can't I play it?
And for the next option, we will choose Encourage. Now, these days, this little incident here would probably be a viral TikTok video, wouldn't it? And it'd be all over social media. Completely staged and completely bullcrap. But, yeah, 'tis the TikTok generation, isn't it? So, there we go. Right, so once that is done, we can now open the box on the stall of the left, where Hilda is. So go back to Hilda, there's the box, A button to open it up, and we will get the winning lot as an inventory item. So again, from here we will go back to Gleeman on the right hand side, talk to him, because obviously Hilda is distracted, being all like, oh, this is so cool, and now we will ask for some other song.
You can play something else now if you want.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I just thought maybe drinking...
Well, but at some point I'll be done.
Maybe.
So, let's go back to Hilda. And of course, it is a point-and-click adventure game, so you can be doing a lot of back and forth in the game. So, head back to Hilda, talk to her again. And then we will choose the option, buy another lot. So, when it comes up, we will buy another lot.
I want to have another go.
No, and you could let the others have...
There are no others around.
All right.
Exactly. Now for a quick... There! I won.
Bah! Witch...
Congratulations, Gil. What prize do you want?
Real witchcraft it is. Right, we're going to choose a plum spirit. So make sure to choose plum spirit. Because, you know, this is a depressing place to live. We need to drown our sorrows eventually, all the time. This should get us the Penny Pincher achievement. So from here then, there we go. Woohoo! my little celebratory achievement unlocked dance. Right, so from here then, what we're going to do, we're going to head to the left. We're going to exit to the town square. So we're going to go back up. So to the left and to the up is where we're going to go. And we're going to talk to Olgierd, the left-hand side man.
Don't you think you've eaten enough? Or would you like...
No, thank...
What can I do for you?
Now choose the option Olgierd's Oakleaf. Olgierd's Oakleaf.
Look, Olgierd.
And that must be the one...
Now choose the option to swap the oak leaves. So swap oak leaves.
Why don't we just swap oak leaf for...
So that you can...
If we don't, neither...
All right, then.
As many as you.
All right, but if you win it...
Well, he better...
And now we can just quit out, lest we incur the wrath of old Pig Belly right there. And we don't want to do that. So once we have exited out of that, we are going to head to the Pig's Trough on the left. We're going to go into our inventory, press the A button to make sure the Plum Spirit is selected, and we will press the Y button with the Pig's Trough to put the Plum Spirit in the pigs. They're going to get all mashed up, and eventually the oak leaf is going to appear. So press the A button there to pick up the oak leaf. Yay, and now the pigs are also going to have a great time as well. I got a bad feeling about who will be cleaning those pigs out after that plum-spirited diarrhea. So we're going to head up to go back to the market, and then we're going to go left right here to go to the outside of the castle. So we're going to talk to Chamberlain Newcastle behind the table right there. And the first option will be 4 oak leaves, which will get us the Banner of Andergast.
I've got all 4 oak leaves.
What? Yeah.
Now the dire bunch can see...
Not so far.
But I've collected all...
Take this town pennant here.
Oh my. Now...
It's meant to be a tribute to... You are supposed to show your pride.
Piece of cake.
Oh yes, a commoner one. Right, so now we will use the banner. So again, go into your inventory, make sure it is the banner. And you need to use it with the pennant fastener. So the hotspot is between the flagpole and the Chamberlain. So it can be a little bit finicky, this one. But you need to use it with the pennant fastener. There we go. So once you've got that, make sure the Banner of Andergast is selected. Press the Y button to use it. And then once this has been done, very important here, we are going to make a save. So this is the first of these sort of save load manipulation tactics that we're going to do to get a couple of achievements banged up. So we're going to do this first. So once you have made a save, let us click the crank.
The bird catch, that's not a good...
You have achieved victory.
Who would have thought?
In order to receive your honor, but someone else. So listen.
Whatever you say.
Royal change.
My...
First rule. Do not ever and don't approach the...
Yes, sir.
You can count.
7 is the number that comes.
You will address the king.
Your royal...
Don't cause me any embarrassment. All right.
Newcastle?
The young queen of Nostria will...
Have the guards been clothed?
Not only that, and we found... Old...
An interesting...
As you wish.
Who is that young lad over there?
Your Majesty. It is young Gar...
So first option we're going to choose is Proud Address.
My liege.
Don't bother, Newcastle.
The youngster...
Is that so?
Then choose the option to Confirm.
It's true.
Old Gwinnling.
Your Majesty.
He paid. Be that as it may.
Thus spoken.
May you make Andergast.
You may thank the king.
I thank you for this honor.
Your audience.
Wait. Say.
And now choose the option to Brag. Now with this will get us the Loud-Mouthed Bragger achievement. Just after the next couple of dialogue scenes.
But
they're proving...
I've been hearing
the servants are
not good enough.
They're just birds like every other...
Well, that's good news.
But you're...
The whole court...
Of course, my...
I'm not inclined to... It is...
Very well.
Fulfill your charge well...
You have brought me some serious trouble already.
So again, any cutscenes here, we'll just press the start button. But once that is done, we will go back into save games and make sure to choose to load the save. So make sure to load. So you need to click on wherever you saved it and then press load. Make sure that it says load. So we'll do the same thing then. We will click the crank again once we've reloaded that save. And again, because we've already done all the formalities and speaking with the king and stuff, and the chamberlain, you can actually just press the start button in order to just get to the next dialogue option if you so wish.
Yes,
You can.
7 is the number.
You will address
Your royal.
Don't call
Newcastle,
the young queen of.
have the guard.
Not only then we find old buckled
An interest.
as you wish.
Who is that young lad?
Your Majesty, it is young
This time then, we're going to choose very formal address.
Your Majesty.
The youngster is the stepchild of.
Is that so?
And again, we will choose confirm.
It's true, Your Majesty.
Old Gwinnling.
Your Majesty,
He paid his. Be that as it may.
thus spoken.
May you make an.
You may thank the
I thank you for the.
your audience.
Wait. Say.
And this time we will choose humility. So choose humility, and then with that one done, the humble servant achievement will unlock.
Say, Sir Newcastle.
Your Majesty,
But
they're proving themselves.
I've been hearing
The servants are doing.
not good enough. It's.
They're just birds like every other kind.
Well, that's good news.
But your.
The whole court is terribly busy.
Of course, my liege.
I'm not included. It is concluded.
Very well, my.
Fulfill your charge well.
I will not.
You have brought me some serious trouble already, young.
I'll do my best.
The crows have been at it in here since in just a few days, the queen of.
This must have been a nice room.
Spare your. And I said.
Got it.
And don't let your.
Right, so that's that done for that part. Now we can move on. Welcome to the fireplace room. So we're going to pick up the chandelier on the left-hand side on the table. So again, obviously it's the A button. Remember to pick things up and speak to people, etc. Go into your inventory. Now, we are going to select the dove's egg, and then we will combine that with the Y button, or triangle button on PlayStation, with the net trap. So the net trap, so as long as one thing is selected, you can press the Y button on whatever you need it to combine it. So that'll get you the net trap with bait. So we will go over to the rug, and we will use that net trap / bait with the rug.
What was that?
Nothing.
Nextly up here, we will pick up the court crow. There we go. So that's unlucky. You're going to be crow stew, boy. Now we're going to use the chandelier with the fireplace. So again, go into your inventory. And again, I will always do this just so that we can both see exactly what we're picking up here. So press the Y button there to use it with the fireplace. Next, we're going to pick up the stag's head, which is just below the fireplace. And we'll put it back on the fixture where it fell before, so just above the fireplace. So again, Y button or triangle button. Next up, we will use the cast net with the stag's head.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, mate. There we go. So get your cast net going, and then use that with the stag head. Next, then go back into your inventory. Make sure that the court crow with the cast nest is selected, and then we will use that court crow with the cast net, and then it's going to be a cutscene. So again, with the cutscene, we can just press the start button. Like I said, as I said earlier, I'm going to press the start button on the cutscenes because it's just a lot easier. But with the dialogue, it sort of just shifts you into the next part, and it gets a little bit confusing. So, anyway, once we have done that, we will be cast aside back outside.
What happened?
I know what will happen. Or you'll be put.
The crow. I don't suppose this.
The sand in your hourglass is wasted. It will run out.
This. Pull yourself together, Geron. The king trusts me. Perhaps Gwinnling found something that can.
Some strange things are going on in the town of old person place. So we are going to exit right to go back to the market. Then we're going to go up to the town square. And we're going to head back into Gwinnling's house. Now, Gwinnling's just sounds like another name of a posh English cup of tea, doesn't it, really? Oh, get yourself a cup of Gwinnling's, darling. Right, so up to Gwinnling's house, we'll go up the ladder. And now, for the first time, we are going to exhaust all of the dialogue. So this is just, you will just smash through absolutely every bit of dialogue option until we can no longer.
I may be wrong.
Again with this horror. You'd better help me expel.
Later.
How could the seer?
We all but now not
But the
murders. They were the one who know.
What's a
Not. You have.
What does
Only she buys a.
you are? Tell me.
I don't know.
Is this?
This is.
What did
He long.
What?
Know that.
How do you?
It was
You were-
hunters.
And now,
Just
why haven't you?
now.
Well, obviously. How did?
Assert it.
So,
That.
if I
Promise. But would you please.
you don't have to tell. All
The
right.
fair look if you.
Oh.
Try she's.
And
Fair.
not. I'm with.
Yes.
Spit. I'm on my way now.
You must.
Maybe all this cup of tea fame was getting to Gwinnling, but he wants us to catch a fairy. So, well, we'll go ahead, pick up the cage on the left-hand table. Maybe all this TikTok tea fame is just getting to him and he can't handle it no more. He's losing his mind. So we will head back down the ladder anyway. We're going to exit out of the door to the town square. Only this time we're going to go to the left of the door through the archway to go into the forest. That will also net us the Into the Big Wide World achievement.
Very well then. Hello there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What?
Nothing. You're all alone in the wood. Not even me.
That must be her. Stop. Wait.
So with the next bunch of dialogue conversations, we can just exhaust all the conversations until we can actually quit out of it.
You.
Who, me? And who else?
Nobody.
Aha! The moss hog and the wood fox.
What?
But as you are not a friend of...
Now, ask about the forest friend once and then quit out. Otherwise, you'll just keep repeating the same dialogue as I keep doing right here.
So I'm.
A forest friend, that's friend...
So.
A friend...
I'll be back in a.
Right, let's go and do things now. So, we are going to pick up the cage, which was to the left of us there. Yeah. We're going to pick up the snail, which is on the rocks near where the cage is, just below us. There we go. In the inventory, so whap out your inventory, we're going to click on the snail or the cage, but we're going to combine those two together. So combine cage and snail to get the baited cage. And just in front of the tall white stones, we're going to pick up a chestnut twig. So it's just over on the right-hand side. There we go. So make sure to pick up the chestnut twig. That will get us the chestnuts, obviously. Now, back into your inventory, we will use the baited cage with... sorry, not in your inventory. The pile of leaves in the bottom right-hand corner. We will use the baited cage with the pile of leaves. Snap.
What?
Snoop. There we go. Lovely job. And then we can click the cage in order to get the hedgehog spikes. So, click on the hedgehog in the cage. You'll get pricked in the finger like a little prink. Now, into your inventory, we will combine the chestnuts and the hedgehog spikes. So, go into your inventory, combine the chestnuts with the hedgehog spikes in order to get the chestnut mannequin. And then once again, we can go up and then talk to the tree hollow once more.
This one over. Chestnut mannequin. Hello?
Now we're going to choose the option Present Chestnut Mannequin.
Well, now.
A king?
Yeah, and he's my.
I'm deeply...
Geron, here is my...
And then that tree will open up like a... Well, I won't say it. You've all got your own original thoughts. I'm done speaking like that. So, into the tree hollow we go. And we are going to speak to the tree hollow. A couple of specific dialogue options to choose this time. We are going to... Nuri della Nalavanda. Sounds like another Dutch up-front striker, to be honest. Like Vanagor of Hesselink.
Now that's unfortunate. I thought you were...
Obviously, that's a very obscure football/soccer reference.
Oh no. No, please. I'm just a simple bird.
I'm just fooling him. I can't turn it. In fact, I can't...
But...
Yes.
Okay, make sure to choose to ask to come.
Would you like to come?
Why? Do you want to show me your work, which must be full of humour?
Yes.
With roofs?
Exactly.
Oh, that's But...
I thought it was nice asking to come since we're already inside her tree hollow. What keeps you here?
Why can't you just come?
If I leave, the only thing that keeps me alive...
How's that?
It is my well. Without its water, my soul...
And finally, take magic along. And then, after this one, we will be able to quit out of the conversation.
I'll be back in a minute.
Right, we're going to head out of the tree hollow. We're going to go back up into the big, wide world of the forest. We're going to click the cage once again down below us.
Get out of there.
And we will pick up the snail shell and the cage. So pick it up, snail shell in cage, and we'll go back into the tree hollow. So once we're back in here then, we're going to pick up the leather ribbon, which is on a rock on the right. So past Nuri, never dabba dabba dab. Pick up the leather ribbon, and then again, very importantly, we are going to make another save right here. Going to get another couple of achievements popping off. So, the way we do this then... There we go, we've got the leather ribbons. Now we will make another save, so put that in a... You could put it in a separate save slot over the original save, whatever you want, as long as you've saved the damn game. Okay, once that is done, we'll go back into the game. Okay, key. We're going to use the hammer on the brittle spot on the fountain. So the hammer should always be the first one in your inventory. Pick it up, use that with the brittle spot.
Oh, water.
Didn't you know? Didn't you have eyes? Anyway, in your inventory, we're going to combine the ribbon and the leather ribbon and the snail shell. So combine the ribbon, so click on the ribbon, and then press the Y button on the snail shell to combine that. And then we will use that snail shell ribbon with the runlet. So the runlet is just underneath, basically the tap. So once you've done that, you should get the thruster achievement unlocked. If it doesn't unlock here, you need to use the acorn in your inventory to plug the amulet and give it to Nuri. And then it should. But hopefully it should unlock right there. Otherwise, we will just reload the save once again. So once we have reloaded our save, go back into your inventory. Again, combine the leather ribbon and the snail shell.
Let's see where this leads.
And then this time, we are going to combine that with the walking cane. And that is going to get us a fishing rod. Man, he is like a genius. We're like a genius. So now we're going to use the fishing rod with the fairy gate. So basically the fountain water. So you just need to, there we go. But click your right stick up. So it is pointed at the fairy gate. We're going to use the fishing rod with it, and that is going to get us the fisherman achievement.
Very well. But how do I
/ trophy.
Snail shell now?
So there we go. That's another 2 achievements done, dusted. So in your inventory, we're going to combine the acorn with the snail shell water. So we get the acorn and then combine that with the snail shell / water to get the snail shell amulet. And then we will be able to give the snail shell amulet with Nuri. So basically we're just giving her a placebo. She doesn't want to leave because she thinks she'll lose all her magic. So we're saying, oh look, all your magic's in here. So make sure to choose magical amulet and then that's good as good.
You've tied Yerka the snail to a leather ribbon.
Now you can...
Really?
Just try it. Alrighty.
You have to show me where we go first.
We have to go to Anderg.
Is that
That's one way of it.
which way? This way.
Wait.
Look, Geron.
This plague gets worse. Come. There's the town gate.
I just
This
hello.
I had to die on the...
Who say?
I am.
She's... How come you... And how...
So, you mean...
Why?
That's...
Right, welcome back to PG Tip's house, Gwynling's house. So first of all, on the right-hand side, we're going to click on the closet. Nuri Vanagor of Hesselink is going to get inside there. And then once we are done here, we're going to go up the ladder. A lot of noises in this game. Oh no, someone's hit the TikTok T viral guy.
Don't move.
The fairy, they...
Gwinnling.
So make sure to exhaust all of the dialogue, including how did he get a viral video going, because I wants to be paid some of that viral money too.
What kind of...
creatures of the...
What did they had... What Please...
He travelled...
Where is he? Where?
In...
He went... What will happen?
There's...
What will...
It's the only way...
What?
In that case...
I can't kill... Surely...
Don't be a fool!
Gwinnling...
There. I can hear the black...
No! What am I gonna do? What am I... I can't... I'm not going to check. There must be an... The Red Lake. The king can They'll know how to do... I must go to the castle in...
There she is! There's the witch!
Oh no. No!
Right, so first things we're going to do here, we're going to exit back in through the window, so basically the hotspot where we are. We're going to pick up the broken knife, which should be on the ground immediately below us. There it is.
At least it's a memento of Gwyn...
Yes, a memento. He doesn't seem that too sad that Gwinnling is literally just died. I mean, maybe he got jealous of all the TikTok fame and all the couple of £1,000 he was getting. Interesting times here. So anyway, down the ladder, we exit to the town square. And we're going to speak with the Raven. But the first thing we're going to do is actually quit straight out. Because why is there a random Raven who can speak English speaking to me? God damn, that's creepy. So, we're going to use the hammer with the stake. The stake is at the base of the barrels. Unfortunately, it is not a delicious piece of meat. So get your hammer out, use that with the stake. And that'll go boink. We're going to enter into the right-hand side door, where we will head up. Like we did earlier with Pig Belly and the other guy. We're going to use the broken knife with Nuri. So make sure that the broken knife is in your inventory or selected. And then press the Y button with Nuri so we can give that to her.
Can you fix this knife?
Sure.
Do I have to throw it to you?
That's not necessary.
Oh, magique, hein?
I'm on it.
Yep. Right, so now we can just exit the dialogue, so we'll just quit straight out. That'll get us the unbroken knife, as it turns out. And then we will just use the broken knife with the fixed knife with the rope. So it should already be in your inventory, so press the Y button there. Nuri will just sit on absolutely nothing, as you can see. As she is that magic, after all. Oh no, wait, she's sitting on the statue. Ha! God, I'm stupid. Right, now we can exit back down to the town square. I thought it was a glitch in the game when she was sitting on nothing, but somehow I missed a big statue that she was sitting on. Go back into PG Tip's house, Gwynling's house. Next up, we're going to use the hammer with the closet door hinge. So the closet on the right-hand side, we are going to use the hammer with it. And again, you know, our broski here he's got everything. He's got street smarts. He's got everything smarts. We're going to pick up the closet door. He knows how to pick up massive doors and put them places. Head back up the window. And of course, he knows man, this is just the all-round guy. But he can't get viral on TikTok, which is what Gwinnling done, which is why he had him killed. So we're going to click the window And then we are going to use the closet door with the barrels. Oh, that's our name, yeah, Geron, because apparently most people in this day and age were called Geralt, Geron, Livibeau.
Do that.
You can come out now. The mob.
That was the gong for the 6th hour of evening.
I hear.
The king asked me to get rid of I would have shown
Get rid of a plague of I prefer say
I can never go.
that's for the best anyway.
How come you know so?
I have my good thing those
Nighthead.
Geron,
We'll travel into
Orc.
Gwinnling said something he will know about.
perhaps he can show me.
Yes.
What do you think? The scholar mustn't send me back to my... I'll never go back there.
Come on. I want to be as far away.
Poor boy. He's taking desperation for determination.
I trust him.
You know.
I know, but he won't... Geron. Don't worry, Ray.
I hope you're right.
For the first time in his life, Geron was leaving home.
Why did you have to get involved with the Wraithling King?
King Efferdan is not a...
But why does everybody believe...
I don't bring...
Come, perhaps that old woman, she can take us there.
Wait. Let me do the...
So things kind of went from bad to worse there, didn't it? So we're ending up at this camp with old... with kind of female Jack Black, as it were. We'll just call it female Jack Black. Right, tell the truth anyway, that's what we're going to do.
We come from Undergast. This is Nuri, and...
The blood barrier? What is your business?
Then we're going to choose Fairy Scholar.
We're looking for a while. It's quite...
That's okay.
Greetings, Raven.
What? You bringer Borons and you and your ilk. Go away!
And then from here, what we could do, we're going to exhaust all the dialogue until we can choose the offer help option. So just keep skipping through the dialogue until the offer help option appears.
What happened to...
Oh my... He was a I used to play the butter ass, so...
You...
There were no love.
That...
Never mind.
Where are you headed?
I'm on... You might know that the... I want to, but now I have a break.
So once you have offered the help, sometimes you might be able to quit out, or you might have to choose another couple of dialogue options. So choose Hitch Ride, and then whatever else is on Hitch Ride. So once we've offered the help, we'll basically keep going on with the dialogue until we can quit out.
You'd better avoid Undergast.
How do you reckon?
All of they're hassling the citizens. The town fair.
So, I guess that I'm still...
The Raven, perhaps.
I get up my pro as long as the wheelers... You can come back if you want.
Okay, right, so now we've done that, we're going to go ahead and talk to Nuri. And the first option we're going to choose is to repair spell.
Don't you worry.
I don't try.
I'm not talking. He wears it, and when he plays it's the song of
Birdman.
wherever we go.
So you can fix...
It's not good when but that's all I can do. I'd perish like a... Yes, that's it. Just tell me what you want, but all the components. So if a jug is broken into 7 shards, and then you'd have to say the I wish.
So once that is done, we are now going to walk around the cart. So we're going to go around the back. We need to go around the back and right around, basically to where the Raven had landed. And we're going to pick up the 2 cartwheel parts.
If that's what you want, I'm used to
Get away, man, yeah. I'm trying to do stuff. So there we go. There's one part of the cartwheel. And the other part of the cartwheel is just to the left of it. So pick up those 2. And then we will look at the blank slope, which is in the bottom right-hand corner. Now, if you click it, you should be able to get another car wheel part. But for some reason... It's because I was looking at the wrong bit. So it's just beyond the bank slope. I believe. For some reason, I don't know why it wasn't working. But on this bank slope is another get cartwheel part.
Just a moment. There's something lying there.
There we go. We eventually got there. You just have to click it a couple of times. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so from this, we're going to open up our inventory. We're going to select the broken wheel. So the broken cartwheel, now that we've got all 3 pieces. And now we're going to press the right trigger button, or R2 button. And that will get us the fixed wheel. So that's how we're going to break and fix things in the game. Left trigger, right trigger, or L2, R2 on the PlayStation, as it were. So now, once that is done, we can head back around.
A druid's daughter?
No, I am Nuri Darinella Vandra. Do you... Well, really?
Darian and I... Watch out.
Whoa. But... Do you...
What powder?
And it doesn't hurt. Does the powder lessen...
So now that we have the fixed wheel, of course, we are going to use the cartwheel with the axle, which means we're going to have to go all the way back around again. So there we go. Make sure that the the cartwheel is in your inventory. Press the Y button with the axle, and then we can talk to Isider to get the key.
Would you agree to give us a ride?
You have fixed the wagon. Here are the keys. I'll stay at the campfire a little.
Right, so coming up to yet another achievement here. What we're going to do, we're going to click on the horse 10 times in order to get the Horse Whisperer achievement. So just keep clicking on the horse until the Horse Whisperer achievement unlocks. Yep.
You know my... You know my... You know my... You know my... You know my...
And then once that achievement has unlocked, we can go around to the trailer to use the key with the trailer door. So again, make sure that the key is selected in your inventory. Use that with the trailer door. And it's job done. Yes, thanks, Nuri. That's why I buy the door with a key in it.
What are we going to do?
Anyway, what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to pick up the ladder from the right-hand side wall once you're able to.
I'll sleep in the bed. You can...
What was that?
No, nobody.
She is lying.
Regrettable.
He who speaks lies.
Please, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
She's trying. She'll have to.
Please.
In that case...
Will you?
Time.
Lives are short. They are here.
What's going on?
2 strange figures are looking. They don't know where we are yet, but they're threatening.
Oh, no.
I have to distract the creature.
Damn, son, that ain't looking good. So, as I said, first of all, right-hand side wall, pick up the ladder. Once that's done, we can use the ladder with the skylight, which is just above us, above our head. So make sure the ladder is selected in your inventory. Go ahead and use that. Next, we're going to click the curtain. And just behind the curtain, we are going to pick up the rag and the puppet head. Some very creepy stuff, but what you expect. So pick up the rag, pick up the puppet head, and then to the left of Nuri is a cauldron, which we are going to click. So let's go ahead. There it is. Click that. Open that up. Now we will use the puppet head with the magnesium. So make sure the puppet head is selected. And we'll use that with the magnesium in front of us. Yeah, it usually does. That's why it's called magnesium. Right, in your inventory, we're going to combine the puppet head and the rag, which will get us a plugged puppet head, of course. And then we will exit up the ladder twice.
She's waiting.
They are.
No!
What happened to Isi?
She's all right.
But...
The creatures injured her.
But...
And then she ran off into the... They'll kill...
Garon!
Right, what we can do, as long as you've got your plugged puppet head in your inventory, we can use that with the campfire on the left.
Fex be with me.
Yeah, Fex be with me. Go Fex yourself. Another Fexer. There we go, that's going to give it a little explosion. So while the creature is examining the puppet head, we can highlight the puppet head, press the left trigger, and then that will explode. So that worked out a lot weller. So now we can exit back inside once the one has exploded. And then we'll exit, click the latch on the right door to exit back outside. Once we are outside, we are going to pick up the horse whip. Licorice whip. Oh, I'm not Geralt. Damn, I'm not that good. Then we will click the brake. So click on the brake. And then we will use the horse whip with the horse. Slap it! And away we go! Again, any cutscenes like this, we can press start to skip it.
Was it not fate that drove him forth? The seer had sought them out.
Are you really better now?
Stop asking all the time. I've been in there. And those pale men stop chasing.
All right, but we'll...
Look!
What am I doing?
So, humans, and it'll get us an achievement there on the round. So, enter the trailer again on the right-hand side. Now we need to pick up all the following items. So, the reins. So, basically, you're picking up everything except for the puppets. So, pick up the reins, the tin bottle, the drumstick, the lid, and the staff of bells. So, every hotspot, basically, in this trailer is always something to be picked up. So, you can't miss anything. So, again, it's reins, tin bottle, drumstick, lid, and the staff of bells. Everything except the puppets. And then once you have got everything, we will exit back out to the crossroads. So again, everything except the puppets. Right, so once we're outside, we're going to look at the Oneberry Bush, which is the tower area on the left-hand side wall. So if we just... we need to stand near the Knight Rattling there, so it's at the top left-hand corner. So there we go. Once you have looked at it by pressing the X button, we needed to look at it for something we'll do in a bit, and then we can use the knife with the Knight Rattling at the table. So use the knife with Knight Rattling 10 times. That will get us the Mac the Knife achievement.
I'll keep that. 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 I'll keep that.
So once we've got that achievement, Mac the Knife, we can now talk to the Knight Rattling himself.
So the blood barrier is...
It is but a short for a farm boy and a maiden.
I am no farm.
My maiden.
What kind of a man?
I am Bogomil Rattling, at your service.
I am Nuri. This is my friend Geralt.
Nuri it is. What an extraordinary name.
Looks more like a crackhead knight than a real knight, but there we go. What do I know? Make sure to choose gear, anyway.
We need some gear. A rope, blankets.
Usually you can get those, but the old pighead hides in his house. I wouldn't trust that. Do you hear that, Graham? You are a...
Next, we will choose Gram. Now, these days, people think of the Gram as Instagram. And Knight Rattling is probably the perfect example of reality, Instagram versus reality. He's probably got some banging pictures up there of him looking super good, and then he looks withdrawn and stuff. Anyway, that's Instagram versus reality. So, quit out now. Don't need to speak to anything else to him. But the wheel behind the horse, we're going to use the Staff of Bells, and then the reins on the mechanism. Which you can see the horse right in front of us. It's the wheel behind it. There we go. There's the mechanism. So use the Staff of Bells first. There you go. So make sure it is selected. Then we can use that.
Fits exactly.
Oh, that worked out well, didn't it? Then we're going to use the reins. So the horse, basically the horse whip. There we go. And then we will be able to click it.
Fire! Murder! The orcs! What are you lots scram before?
Seems like you've been... The boy has sounded... There are no orcs.
What? What's going on in your... Sounds the alarm. I can't.
I just wanted to...
Well, but you can cut out the... Who are you?
I am Geron of
From Andergast. Very well then. Mine...
Open house.
What do you want?
Shop's open. Come and get it. Right, now we're going to choose gear.
We need gear and provision. That means a good length of...
Very well. That'll be one...
What? That's much...
5 fexen. Do you think this stuff too expensive?
But...
You...
And he won't give us any, so we will quit out for the time being. So we'll just do a couple of things right now. So what we're going to do, next up, we're going to highlight the vial in the left window of the house. So where the little goblin guy is, highlight that, then press left trigger or L2 to break it. And then he's going to be all like, oh my god!
By Angrosh and all the... Who?
Perhaps Angrosh himself.
What will my be?
So next thing we're going to do, we're going to talk to the Raven, who should be on top of the trailer.
Raven, after being a good scout for us...
What do you think?
I'll try.
So first option, we are going to choose 1 berries. Ooh, maybe.
Do you see the flower box at the door?
I see.
There are 1 berries in there.
Do you need a heal?
And then we're going to choose deny.
No, but they are... We should be prepared for...
All right.
Lovely. Thanking you kindly there, dear Raven. At least your English has come in handy for me. Right, go ahead and pick up the 1 berries on the table where the Knight Wrathling is, while he's getting some Instagram pictures in. Now, in the inventory, we're going to combine the 1 berries and the lid.
Now all I have to do...
Squeeze the berries. Ouch, don't squeeze the berries too hard, that hurts. Then we're going to add the drumstick into it, so combine the 1 berry lid with the drumstick.
How do I fill it?
Then we're going to add that, and we're going to combine that with the tin bottle. So the lid with 1 berry juice into the tin bottle. Sounds like Nigel Thornberry with a 1 berry juice. Okay, there we go. Right, now we can use the tin bottle / 1 berry juice with the gram.
Can you make use of this? I'll give it to you for some...
There we go, happy days. So the gram, of course, being the Instagram himself. So after we do all this, basically we're just going to exhaust all the conversation until we get to the bartering conversation again. So go through everything until we get to the bartering convo.
When did...
What did I call it?
How do we get...
First you through the door. Oh! How that was ugly.
Why, thank you.
So once we've done that, we can now go ahead and quit.
I'll leave you to it then.
I'll give you... you miserable yet. Right, so we are going to... well, okay. We already done that. We already know. So we're going to talk back to Knight Wrathling. We need some money, and the only way we're going to do that is to give it to the Grand Man, or the other Knight Wrathling man. We're going to sell the Carney trailer, or the Carney's trailer, sorry.
Why don't you buy this horse?
And then the next option we're going to choose is horse for 1 Ducati. Now, if that Ducat was an actual Ducati motorbike, then hell yeah. That's a great trade. Horse for 1 Ducati motorbike. What a trade. Anyway, so once you've chosen 1 horse for 1 Ducat, we're going to choose Tunuri gear.
I guess we'll have to move on.
But I thought we couldn't.
To venture into the blood barrier with insufficient...
But we don't have any money.
Bah!
And next, we're going to remind Nuri of home.
I wonder what your friends at home are doing at the moment.
Why?
Well,
All alone. Miss Greenberg, we have to go back and...
no. Do you want to run down? We have to find... He will help us. And
Miss Green...
Now say, tonight, help for Nuri. To the night, help for Nuri.
don't you want to help Nuri?
What's wrong with her?
She's sad that we can't...
What can I do for you, Nuri?
Miss Greenberg...
How...
And again, choose 1 ducat for the horse. 1 Ducati motorbike for the horse.
Please help us out with half a ducat for the horse and half a ducat to make...
I think you've got me. No gold in the world is spent in vain. Here you go.
So we can travel.
Yes.
Yes, that's the...
Not...
Finally, so that's all it took then, was a woman to be like, oh, hey, you look handsome. And then the man just goes, just take all my stuff, go on. That's how it usually works, doesn't it? Men are, well, we're weak. We're a weak species in terms of that. Anyway, we're going to use that ducat with Graham. So Graham actually ends up the one with the Ducati. And that will get us the rope, the flintstone and tinder, the water bladder, and the blanket, finally. So now we can exit out behind the horse to get into the orc camp, which will get us the orc splicer achievement trophy.
The blood barrier. Most impassable of all mountain ranges.
Shh, Nuri. Come over here into the shadows. That's a whole camp of orcs. If they find us, we're dead. Go on. And crawl a little.
They are here to...
No Red Lake, then?
Nonsense.
You want to save the fairy. I thought Nuri could trust you.
Don't worry.
Of course I do. I'll get you to the fairy school. This can't be true. The orcs will rip us...
You'd better...
Right, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty, the scary stuff now. So there we go, there's Orc Splicer. That should have unlocked for you now. So we're going to pick up the split skull and the wooden board from the ground. Should have been right in front of us, the split skull and the wooden board. Next up, we will use the knife on the red rock. So the red rock is just next to the horse, I believe, somewhere. There it is, just over to the left-hand side. So we're going to use the knife with that red rock. And then we will be able to actually pick up a red stone. Obviously, it's mad how that works out, isn't it? So pick up the red stone once it falls off. And then we will click on the upper jaw, which is on the tent pole just above us, right there. So click on that with the A button. Doesn't work. So we're going to talk to the raven next. So the raven again, if we go to the right-hand side, the raven is just above on the tent. Now choose upper jaw.
Do you see that jawbone?
Yes.
You'll have to...
Why me? I'm not a...
Now choose involve Nuri.
Come on. And that's what makes you...
Nuri!
Why don't you do what...
And ta-da! We got it. Right, so now go to the left, pick up the upper jaw. Pick up at the upper. Up and down. And in your inventory, let's go back into our inventory then. Because we can now combine the rope with the upper jaw. So select the rope, combine that with the Y button or triangle button with the upper jaw to get the grappling hook. And now we are going to use the blanket with Nuri in order to get a romantic heart achievement. So there we go. Use the blanket with Nuri. Because, unfortunately, most men think with their wieners. And that's, there's no point being angry. It's, at some point in our life, all men have thought with their wieners instead of their actual head. But we are being nice. So anyway, speak to Nuri after that, and we're going to choose Tyrak.
You said something about tie rack.
Yeah, tie rack. It's a rack you put your ties on at the end of a busy office day.
That could help.
Wait a minute. It's a story with a...
I don't think so.
They're talking about...
Are they exchanging?
They are fighting about who...
And which of them is...
That's their blood god.
The big...
So next up, choose to eavesdrop some more. So we're going to keep choosing the eavesdrop some more option until Neri says that they're not saying anything new, and then we can exit the conversation. So just keep clicking eavesdrop some more until Neri says they're not saying anything new.
Okay. Now they're just running in circles. They're not saying anything.
So here we go. We can now quit out. That should get us the Snoop Dogg achievement, or just Snoop for short. There we go. Happy days. So once that has unlocked, do the achievement dance. And then we're going to go back into our inventory. We're going to select the split skull and we're going to press the right trigger. So RT/R2. So that should actually fix it. That'll get us the full skull. And then from here, we are now going to exit left. So if you have a look in your inventory, the skull should now be fixed. Or you can have a look at it in the picture there. So now we can exit left to go under the tent and behind the red rock in order to get to the cliffs. So after that hilarious exchange, we are going to use the skull on the puddle just below us, first of all.
Let's see.
Torog ay marka ukmor. Ochaketru kedrak sogach guro. Rikat yuloch. Totairach. Raiko kakari. After that next hilarious exchange, we're going to use the knife on the Orcan Warhorn, which should be over to the right. There you go, just on the rock right here, the Orcan Warhorn. Make sure to use the knife on it. That will get us the, well, the Orcan Warhorn, obviously. Now we will go into our inventory. We will combine the Orcan Warhorn and the red stone. So combine the Orcan Warhorn and the red stone.
The stone fits perfect.
Oh, that's mad. Combinations work every time. Right, now we will exit to the top left. So not dead left to go back into the Orc camp. We're going top left in order to go to what's called the Colossus. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the wooden board with the abyss. So the abyss should be below us. We should have that wooden board. So we're going to use that wooden board. So go into your inventory, select it, and then press the Y button on the abyss, of course. And then we will cross it. Next up, we will use the grappling hook with the rotten tree. So that should be just above us from where we are. So again, use the right stick there to get to it if you're having some problems. So we've got the grappling hook there with the rotten tree. Ta-da! Like magic. Next up, we will use, when we have the ability to, you know, do it. Ah, there we go. Next, use the Warhorn/red stone with the gap in the jaw. So the Warhorn with the red stone, use that again. Press the Y button on the gap in the jaw. And that'll start going, blood! See, now he's all going, Bragu! Bragu! Get me ragu! Off the stove! And then we can just exit back to the cliff, so head left. And then left again. Get me ragu off the stagu! Before I punch you! So, yep, there we go. That's head left. That's what I assume they're saying. I don't know. Something about pasta ragu. Now that the orcs have disappeared, we can now have this little cutscene.
You're not the kind to give up.
Yes.
The Red Lake.
No
Maybe that. Hello?
Not so loud. The orc.
And who might...
What?
So before going forward, we're going to go back. So we're going to head to the right in order to get back to the little orc camp that we were at. A couple of things we're going to pick up. First of all is the bracelet. Directly in front of us on the tall rock. So pick that up again, press the A button to do that. Then we're going to use the knife with the roast in order to get some roast. Some meat for the for one of the big orcs. Pasta ragu, I feel bad for spilling blood on it. So we've got some meat. Pick up the orc shield. So the orc shield should be to the left slightly. There it is. So make sure to pick up the orc shield. Then next up, pick up the fodder bag. Now, if we head to... It's on the pony, it is. So if we just go down to the pony, we're going to pick up the fodder bag. And now we are done here. We're just going to go into our inventory. We are going to combine the jewellery and the fodder bag. So, there we go. Select the fodder bag or select the jewellery. Combine that with one another. The jewellery and the fodder bag to get the decorated fodder bag. And now we're going to go to the left once again in order to get back to the cliffs. There we go. Now, because we're still not done. Of course, we don't care about the guy's pasta ragu. We got some stuff to do. So use the meat with the dog. You can see the dog clearly on the right, so use the meat with it. And he's going to be like, Ragu Raggy. We get a bit confused. We're not really Scooby-Doo, but, well, it's tainted meat. So we're going to pick up the pipeweed now that he has dropped it. So right in front of us, pick up the pipeweed. And now we can exit back to the orc camp on the left. We'll leave Raggy Roo alone. Ragu Man and Raggy Roo. And then we'll go to the top right exit in order to get back to the Red Lake.
Really?
Why, yes, and that's how. But I'll tell you the turnip.
Okay, right. Now we're going to pick up the blossom, which will be the hotspot directly under the butterfly. It's not the one that says flowers. There we go. So the flowers are at the bottom, but we need the one above it, which is the blossom. Ah, very nice. Laugh at me. You stupid leprechaun. Use the orc shield with the gap in the rock. Now the gap in the rock is the top right of the screen. There it is. So we're going to use the orc shield with it. So again, use the orc shield. Go into your inventory. Make sure you've selected orc shield and do it with the gap in the rock. That'll block out some of the sunlight. Pick up the slime from the plant. So that plant has just spewed all deliciousness. God damn it, stop laughing at me. Before I turn you into Guinness. Now, I don't like Guinness personally, but, you know, millions of people do. So there we go, pick up the slime there from Spew Plant. We're going to use the slime with the red rock on the left, just next to the flowers. So make sure the slime is selected, which it should be already, so use that with the red rock. We are going to stand near the exit of the area so that we can access the imp. Sorry, not the leprechaun, the imp. So go back up to near the exit of the area, and we should be able to see the imp's hotspot. Eventually, it can be very, very rather finicky, this one, but yeah, just in the exit right there. There it is. So now what we're going to do is exhaust all of the conversation with him. So exhaust every dialogue option, all the conversation, everything.
Nasty!
Why, that was...
You've ruined my pipe, it's all wet!
And you're bald, too.
What? I'm bald? Where's my hat?
Well... I caught you, so you'd better take...
So, it should already be selected, so press the Y button. So we're going to use the pipeweed and decorated fodder bag with the imp, which will come up now as dialogue choices.
And it has even...
Well... Do you want...
Yes, emotion. Just one?
No.
You... Well then, listen. Care for 70 when... Not there as long...
That's easy.
What?
That was easy. But there's nobody here.
Damn, that imp duped us.
Wait, didn't he say the fairy scholar is examining an artifact deep down in the mountain?
That's right. So we'll have to go looking for him there. But without a map of the cave system, we'll never...
So, into the caves, what we're going to do now, we're going to get another achievement. Well, 2 achievements, Destroyer and Healer. So we head over to the right, you can see the butterfly jar in the top right-hand corner. What we need to do, we need to alternate between the left trigger and right trigger until the 2 achievements have unlocked. Which means you will need to, again, you keep pressing left trigger, the bit of dialogue happens, right trigger, bit more dialogue happens, left trigger, right trigger, and just keep doing that. Basically, apparently it's going to be about 40 to 50 times each. Now, for me, it took me personally about 5 minutes. 5-6 minutes of just standing here and pressing left trigger and right trigger and then smashing through the dialogue until both achievements unlocked. So just keep doing this until you get Destroyer and Healer. Obviously, I have edited it down some, so, you know, it's a bit pointless you watching me stand there for 5 minutes, isn't it? But make sure that you do that, and then once the 2 achievements have unlocked, we'll do the little achievement dance. Whee! And then we will go ahead, pick up the drawing on the left. It's basically in the middle of the screen right here. So we'll pick that up. And once this is done, we will now click on the chest on the left-hand side here. Pick up the stone tablet. Tableau. In French. Probably. We're going to click the fireplace next. So that is in the top left corner-ish. Nope, that's the base in. A little bit more left. Little bit more left. I mean, alright, we've got to use the blossom of the basin anyway, but we need to click on the fireplace to get us some charcoal. Now, in your inventory, go to your stone tablet and press the X button, or square button on PlayStation to look at it, and then back out. And now we can go to the basin and use the blossom with the basin. It's all basin stuff, homie. There we go. So make sure that your blossom is selected in your inventory. Press the Y button on the basin. And now there is a lit up area that we are going to... Oh, we're going to go to. There it is. So exit to that newly lit up area. And this puzzle should be the same every time. So basically you see the thread. The thread here at the bottom. You just need to match those up with specific dripstones. So, from left to right is 1 to 6. So, the bottom one, so the bottom one on the left, we're going to put to number 4. So, this first thread, put it to the 4th dripstone. And then the 4th thread, so you can see the 6 pieces of thread, we're going to use the 4th one and put that to the 2nd dripstone at the top there. So, it's looking exactly like this.
Oh no!
What?
There are orcs!
Damn! They must have followed us. We should hurry.
So, go back into your inventory and combine the charcoal and the drawing. So, combine the charcoal, combine that with the drawing.
I'll just draw them.
And then, once we get back into our inventory... There we go. So, once we go back into our inventory, we can look at that charcoal drawing. So make sure to press the X button on the drawing, and then that's all good. Now we can exit to the right finally. We are all exited. And now we're off to deep in the caverns.
All hail the 12.
My fabulous crown and a fair. Let me have a look. What port? No, don't. Tall. And no.
I am Nuri. Can you without it?
An inquisitive fair.
I want to see. Can you?
Only Oh, another.
You are the fairy scholar.
Jacomao Nauta, but please do not touch those fairy crystals, Nuri Darren Elavander. Where were we?
Fairy?
Nuri can't you...
Don't touch under any...
Whoops!
Save yourselves!
Ah!
Oh, damn, son. They're no good. And since it ain't good, let's do some saving the day. Right, first of all, use the water bladder with the Jacomao Nauta, which is on the right, as you can see there. So you go into your inventory, get your water bladder, use it on Jacomao Nauta.
Oh, black fortunes, millennia. God.
And there's 2 dialogue options to choose. We are going to save Nuri, of course. She is our fairy love, which of course we don't know yet. But we're going to save Nuri.
Your ferry.
But the orcs are on Nuri.
I can draw a safe passage back for her.
Very well.
Once we are done with Jacomao, we're going to pick up the knight arm. So the knight arm and the half a yardstick. So there was the half a yardstick just off to the left, and so too should be the knight arm. Or the arm of knight statue, whatever that's called, sorry. So, now we're going to use the yardstick. So go into your inventory, get the half a yardstick out. And we're going to use that with the rubble. So once that is done, then we can pick up the other half of the yardstick. My English is not Englishing right now. My mouth is going quicker than my brain, which is about normal, actually. So go into your inventory, select the broken yardstick, and then press the right trigger. That'll fix it. Thanking you, Yuri. No. Yuki Tsunoda. Nuri. Whatever the hell your name is. Right. Once we're going to combine that now with the knight arm. So go back into your inventory. And then we can get the now fixed yardstick. And again, combine that with the knight arm. So combine it, of course, with the Y button. You should probably know that by now, since we're almost hour and a half in the game. We're going to use the yardstick / knight arm with the backpack at the bottom of the screen.
How am I...
Next up, we are going to use that same backpack with Jacomao. Just sounds like... there we go. So Jacomao, basically, he's going to give us some directions. And Jacomao just sounds like another clothes website, like Boohoo Man, etc., doesn't it? Now, here we are going to make a save just in case. It should work every single time, this next achievement, but just in case it doesn't, let's make a manual save. Always better to be safer than sorrier. So once you made that save game, use the directions that we've got and use it with the wicker basket just in front of Nuri. So it's over on the left, so press the Y button. This should go in every single time. To get the maximum achievement, it should go in every single time. You need to get it in first time. If it doesn't work for whatever reason, just reload your save. And again, use the directions with the wicket basket there in front of Nuri.
Wants to get hold of Nuri Satinav. History has a way of repeating itself.
What do you mean by that?
Once before, the seer abused fairies by making them play the harp for him.
And here, all we're going to do then is just exhaust all of the dialogue options. So we just go through every single dialogue option.
What I so for all time, but other fairies might have to play.
How?
There were rumors in those times, but nobody felt it necessary.
What?
A good question.
Nuri,
Perhaps. Or the magic of the... Oh, that's why she came here.
Nuri, can't you? We hoped you could help.
I'm afraid.
Do you?
But I have Nuri's...
Nairut,
a colour...
That doesn't... Do you...
It can... That's...
What?
Even for your cat... That's one... There must be...
Did you know the seer?
No.
What room?
That had be saw... Others...
The seer...
I am... The burden...
What do you...
Consider...
Satinav. Can you tell me...
You mean the steersman of the barge? Satinav was a mud the... Now is he and he...
Is that why we...
Yes.
Is there...
Future, past,
the
still believe.
My head is buzzing. If Nuri falls into the hands of the seer,
she'll fall.
But
he is a... After all, you are meant to...
I cannot kill
Geron.
I am
So why don't we...
Nuri...
But that's the... No matter otherwise...
But haven't you...
And it can never... But there might be a... It is...
Where
There's a colleague he has in... It's a magic prison. And it opens... And who knows?
So it's...
Here. You will find God.
I'm ready. And soon, Nuri will be...
Wait, they say a mighty...
What kind of a...
Its eye is said to petrify...
I was... Are there any one...
Those... In which...
How...
No... Cheer up.
He was...
There's a...
Why did...
Do you...
All right.
Ah, thank you, bro. Good luck with the clothes website, Jacomao. Jacomao, boohoo man. You know, all teamed up and stuff. Right, once we're here at the mill, we're going to go inside. So simply just, well, go off to the right. Makes sense.
Oh!
He doesn't tell.
I don't know.
Let's make him wait. The Raven.
The Raven?
He will make him. I'll get him.
The Raven belongs to the seer?
As soon as the sand...
And his...
Oh! Nuri!
Geralt, are you alright?
Those creatures.
There's a shard lying here.
Great.
I'll throw it down to...
No way.
Do you have it?
No.
You should have caught...
Nuri.
Who knows where it...
I can't see.
That's because there are no rain...
Can you come down?
There is no... And there's this pale man...
Didn't you say you can...
I get sick if...
I know, but if I can't free me...
But just very brief.
I promise.
So we appear to be a little trapped right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on the left hole. There should be a hole just at the top. So the holes are going to be at the top. So we need to choose the left one. And we're going to keep clicking between the 3 holes in the ceiling until the lightboard operator achievement and trophy unlocks. Again, this is going to take around 3 to 4 minutes. So just keep clicking every single hole until the achievement unlocks. About now. Yeah, so that worked out well. Right, so once the achievement has unlocked, click on the right-hand side hole, then look at the gears, and then press the right trigger button on them. And we're basically going to fix that. And after this more bit of dialogue, we're going to click the middle hole. So the gears should now be working, so click the middle hole. And we're going to highlight the oil lamp, which should be just below it. Click the left trigger. And then click the right trigger on the glass shards, which of course have just broken. There should be the shards somewhere. There they are, just in the middle of the barrel. So highlight that with the right trigger. That is going to fix it again. Next up, we are going to click the twin saw, which is just below us on the left. So click that. Ha! And now we can click the leg of the cupboard. So there we go. Should be again directly in front of us. Click the leg of cupboard. Then we're going to click on the left-hand side hole, which will of course be at the top. And then we're going to highlight the scale. So go down to the scale. Again, just below us. Click the right trigger on it in order to fix it. And we fix the scales. And now highlight the hourglass, which should be just above. And then click the left trigger on it to break it. And then we can pick up Nuri's shards. So, Nuri's shard, there it is, just in the scale. So pick that up with the A button. And then we're going to use that with the hand fetters.
Just a little while.
Almost there. So the hand fetters, which are basically the rope on us. Use the shards, should be the only thing in. Press the Y button on it.
I'm free. Now we have to deal with the...
And we're free as a bird. We'll never fly away. Right, so pick up the fetters, which we just did. And then we're going to click on the right hole. There we go. So pick up the fetters, click on the right hole, pick up the gear, our gear, and straw. So there's the straw. And we can also pick up our gear directly below us. Next up, we're going to click the middle hole. And we're going to pick up the twin saw and the stool. So there's the stool. And we will also pick up the twin saw. Next up, go into your inventory once again. We're going to select the fetters and press right trigger. So just press right trigger on them. That will fix them up. Lovely. And now we can use the repaired fetters with the trap door. So again, make sure that it is selected in your inventory. Use the repaired fetters with the trap door and then click on it. Once that is done, we are now going to use, after the little bit of dialogue, so next we're going to use the blanket, then the knife, then the straw with the trap door. I don't think it matters what order you do it in, but we'll do it just in case in this order. So blanket first, then the knife, again all with the trap door.
What if it can...
And then we are going to use the straw. So straw yourself lucky. The straw that broke the camel's back. Strawlicious, strawberry milkshake and all that. Right, so now we're going to exit outside. Finally, we're exiting outside. So head out to the left. And now we are going to exhaust all of the conversation dialogue options with Nuri. So again, just choose every single dialogue option which comes up.
Wake up!
What?
Climb down. That's not... We can... It's not a... I know. We'll take you back to your world.
No, never. I'll stay here.
It's the lost.
Stop.
No.
Go.
If we stay here much... I don't... The scholar told me it
What's the...
Its name is Fangla, and he told me...
Fang...
Yes.
I can't.
It's just a small...
Build some steps.
Some steps. All right. I'll be back in a minute.
Nuri, wake up. You know I'm gonna be the only man for you. When I go out. Right, use the stool now with the catwalk. So again, into your inventory, make sure the stool is selected. Press Y on the catwalk. And again, exhaust all the conversation with her.
Found the sky.
I've never seen...
And if you...
What else?
We there, but if you... The most with...
One wouldn't...
Everything
That's...
Come down. All right.
I promise.
And lastingly, what we're going to do is use the twin saw with the beam, basically of the thing that Nuri is standing on. So use the twin saw with the beam, should be directly in front of us. And we are going to choose one specific dialogue option. We're going to choose truth, so make sure to choose truth.
The raven is dangerous. He's the seer's spy. We have to get...
That's not true.
Trust me.
It's just...
You have to come with...
Giron's words gave Nuri new strength.
Why not?
Goswin? Meander Goswin?
What is so important?
It is my hope. Please open. I'm sure this is the house.
Perhaps there's no...
There has the fair...
Are you looking for Meander Goswin?
How do you mean?
Don't be so formal. They dragged Goswin from the Svelte.
So, welcome to the docks, me boy. Eugene Krabs. Right, so what we need to do now is basically just exhaust the conversation with Jari, or Jar, in order to get the Ahoy achievement. So just, again, go through every dialogue option.
A prison? Without... What do... Well, your call and see what you...
So that'll achievement unlock right about now. There we go, do your little achievement dance. Woo, spin around. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to click on the rubbish in front of Jar. I'm just going to call it Jar, it's easier. But it's going to get us the broken mirror. Next up, go over to the right to find the tarp on the boat, and we're going to use our knife on it. So again, go into your inventory, make sure knife is selected, Y button on the tarp. And then what is going to happen is we are going to pick up the grappling hook. So the grappling hook should be, again, still below us. There it is. So pick up the grappling hook. Next up, go to the slit tarp and press the right trigger on it in order to fix it up. And then walk right, and we're going to pick up the spirit bottle right next to old Drunken Broski right here. So make sure to pick that one up. And then once that is done, Right behind us is this big building. It is the bathhouse. Not the doctor house, which we know and love so well.
You better wait out.
Why?
I'll...
All right. You ask for the
Hurry up, will you?
First, dear me.
Aroken will kill me.
You stay message.
Wait! I plan to be
with bad woo.
Now he'll be sitting there in the trough.
All right then. First things first. We are going to talk to the guest who is in the bath. He looks like he's having a great old time here. But we're going to, exhaust all the dialogue options. So go through every single one.
Aren't you the messenger? Who? The woman?
Oh, right.
Geron.
From an I can rotten to but a sweet
I only the messenger. What message? Who the your animal? This harms.
Don't ask.
Next up, we're going to talk to the injured woman over on the right, who is, she seems very lovely to speak to. But we're going to choose a couple of specific dialogue options this time. First of all, choose take the job of delivering the message. So top right, take the job of delivering massage while she gets a massage. And then what we are going to do is choose make messenger jealous. So again, top right option, make messenger jealous.
He's messing up.
I don't believe I can trust him.
And then for now, we can just exit back out. And now we will exit back out to the docks as well. I'm not sure. I am. Get the hell out of here, boy! There we go. And now press the A button. Okay, good boy, Cal. Good boy. We got there in the end. Right, go and talk to Nuri. And again, we're going to choose one specific dialogue option this time. And we're going to send Nuri to the bathhouse. So she raises herself. There we go. So send Nuri to the bathhouse. And then we will go back in to the bathhouse.
And suddenly everything.
Nuri.
There was no laughter.
Who?
But I can't.
Oh, nice. She's made herself right at home, yeah, hasn't she? Right, pick up the towel, which should be directly in front of us. Or behind us, whatever. So pick it up anyway. Go into your inventory. Go into your inventory now. Select the broken mirror and press the right trigger. So find the broken mirror. Press the right trigger, or R2 button on PlayStation, of course. And then we're going to combine it eventually. Press right trigger, damn it! Oh, there we go, right. Why did that take so long? Right, and then we're going to combine that mirror with the towel. So combine the mirror with the towel. And of course the Y button. And that's going to get us the polished mirror. Next up, we're going to use the polished mirror with the injured woman. The delightful injured woman.
Here, you can watch your...
Hey! What's that daring to try it? Now he's in...
Will you?
And will you? Hurry up!
Next up, we are going to click on the backpack, which should be just below us, right by our shoes. So click on the backpack. That'll give us the get message to harm. I'll kill him. Now we're going to pick up the tap, which is the barrel on the left. So go to the barrel on the left, pick up the tap. And also pick up the bucket, which should be in the back right corner. Right behind El Masusos. Masusos. So there we go. Pick up the bucket. There we go. Right, now we're going to exit back out to the docks since we've got everything we need in here. And then we're going to walk left until we are with Jar again. But we're not going to speak to Jar. Once we're here, we're going to exit upwards. And we're going to go to the crossroads. So, no, not leftwards. I said upwards. Up, 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 and away. Where doing things right is my fantasy. Sorry, you guys. Right, so we're going to walk right and we're going to pick up a smoking hook from the rack. Should be in the middle of this screen. Here it is. So pick up a smoking hook. Smoking right hook. Now we're going to walk right to the ship and talk to the guard. And again, we're going to go for a couple of specific dialogue options here. So speak to the guard.
I have to speak to her. Well.
First of all, choose message from Aruken.
I bring a message.
You? Show me. Well, I've never seen...
Yes.
The what? What? Yeah. What is the profession of the... Which animal does he... What wine? Well,
Then choose honest merchant.
Harm is an honest...
Which animal does it...
And lastly, choose Kraken Newts.
Kraken Newts?
Buzz off. Tell a rock and he shouldn't send another...
Alright, so once we are done with the guard, he's obviously not letting us on. We're going to go all the way back to the left and exit back to the docks. Again, hopefully you haven't been pressing the left bumper and right bumper to indicate hotspots. You need to do it less than 50 times, but just in case, don't press it at all throughout the game. So now we are back at the docks. We're going to talk to Jar once again. Again, we're going to choose specific dialogue options. The first one being the only one. Merchant Harm. My fat ass thought it said Merchant Ham, and I got very disappointed when it wasn't that. Now, more about Ham, and then best liked animals.
Do you know which animal?
Which animals? That Ham doesn't like.
Now choose favourite wine.
Which wine does Harm like best?
How should I know?
And now we can simply exit. That was about as useful as a kick to the crotch. So once we have exited with Jarhead right here, we are going to go back to the crossroads. So again, head up until we are at the crossroads. We're now going to use the grappling hook with the beam, which is just to the left of the ferryman. There we go, the beam, basically top left corner, or the middle, whatever, top middle. But use the grappling hook with the beam. There you go, press the Y button, and then once we have got across, we can exit via, whatever you're from. Basically, we're going to exit it, so let's do for it. That's going to put us at a shop. And I don't know why this shop is so hard to get across, but... I mean, maybe you could have just taken the stairs on the left and gone around, but whatever. Anyway. Right, we're going to look at the carving of the Kraken Newt. So it should be just at the top. There it is, right at the top of the screen. So look at it with the X button, or the square button. Now we're going to pick up the cupboard bolt, which is on the left of the stand that the carving is on. So pick up that. Now highlight the water pipe and press left trigger on it. The water pipe should be just, the hotspot is right next to the Kraken Newt carving. There it is, right at the top again. Press left trigger to break it. And now we can pick up the obvious Kraken Newt carving that has decided to fall gracefully within our pastry presents. Right, pick up the petrified rabbit, which is on the barrel to the right. There we go, pick up the petrified rabbit. And now we're going to use the tap with the barrel. So go into your inventory, highlight the tap, and use that with the barrel. Daryl. Next up, we are going to use the petrified rabbit. So get the petrified rabbit out first. We're going to use that with the bottle. With the tap, sorry. So not with the barrel, use it with the tap. There we go. And then once that is done, we've broken the rabbit statue. I'm glad there's no shop merchant about, because he'd be chasing us out of here by now. Use the spirit bottle, the empty spirit bottle. Use that with the tap in order to get the bottle of fevered dream spirit.
Maybe.
And lastly, go over to the left-hand side in order to pick up the hammock. There's Hammocks R Us, Toys R Hammocks, Hammock Street, that's on 3rd. Another hammock shop, that's also on 3rd. Exit back to the crossroads, here we are. Right, go all the way to, oh well, the ferryman just to the right of us. So he's literally just to the right of us. There he is, sitting all alone. We're going to use the bottle of fevered dream spirit with the ferryman. So make sure that is selected, and then use it with the ferryman. Once we have done, make sure to talk to him.
Will you take us for... Wait for... I need to... Are you the ferry? Do you travel? What's with the mumbling? Oh, I see.
Now choose the dialogue option for fishing. And he'll mumble some stuff. This is the typical drunk Santa Claus that you normally find at malls on Christmas Eve. Now choose Ask for Fish. And that you can only ask him once, so now we can just exit back out. From here, we're going to go all the way to the right and back to the guard and talk to him again.
Hey. Slow down.
Harm has to...
Profession, well, spill.
Now choose Honest Merchant.
Harm is an honest merchant.
Which animal does it...
And now choose the option Money. Mr. Krabs likes money.
Harm...
Yes. And what... Can't a rock and even buzz off, snotface.
Right, that didn't work once again. So we're going to have to head left. We're going to go back to the docks where we are going to speak to Jarhead once more. Jar. Whatever you want to call him, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to him. We're actually going to use the carving of the Kraken Newt. So make sure in your inventory that the Kraken Newt is selected. Or the carving of the Kraken Newt, whatever. And then use that with Jar.
Interested?
What?
Do you know it, perchance?
He's asking. It was very...
Right, this time we get a new option. And we're going to trade off Learn Smuggler's Banter.
You teach...
Show me. Excellent.
Yes, it's...
All right, I've got it. What? Come on.
And we need nothing else, so now we're going to quit out of the dialogue. This is going to get us the crib notes. So go into your inventory now. And then look at the crib notes. So press the X button while you're on the crib notes for Smuggler's Banter. And, yeah, that's... Butterfly equals money. Feather equals key. That's too much to learn. I'm done. Right, we're going home, Nuri. I'm done. I can't be bothered. Right, back to the crossroads. Go all the way back to the guard on the right-hand side.
Hey. Slow down, son. Well...
You'd think at this point the guard would just be like, give up, bro. But we're going to choose Honest Merchant once again. You've been here 3 times, you douchebag. Now choose Moths. So choose Moths, should be the top right-hand corner. And then, lastly, we're going to choose Frog's Wine. Because that is about as French wine as you can get, I believe.
Frog's Wine?
Yep.
So will you let me...
Yep, you'll get him. Now,
But basically, saying that all French people love to drink Frog's Wine is the same as saying that all Irish people love to drink Guinness. Or that Scotland's national drink is whiskey. / Iron Brew.
What are you staring? As your mackerels, or is something...
So we're just going to go ahead and exhaust all the dialogue with Harm. If you do see the dialogue option for stone figures, that one will always repeat. So you just need to choose that choose that dialogue option once, and then move on. So just don't keep clicking stone figures when it appears.
But get on. How come I've never...
I've
you... And now... You see the one who tried my hand and...
Is it... Is there a...
When you so... Oh yeah, he does...
Those... Who...
And...
I see. What?
It is a word... That's...
Don't you have...
The desperate... Make us...
If you need anything...
Come on, it'll do you no harm. Right, that will get us a miniature anchor. So now we're going to click on the window in order to open the, window.
Great. Rukus.
Next up, go to the candle and pick it up. The candle should be on the right-hand side. Just next to the wooden box. There it is. So pick the candle up. Now go into your inventory again. And we are going to combine the candle with the flintstone and tinder. So choose the candle, and the flintstone and tinder should be the second option. There it is. So combine that with the Y button, of course. That is going to get us the lit candle. Now, once we do have the lit candle, use it with the jingle bells, which is on the whale statue. Use it on those jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, rouk.
If I fill the jingle bells with...
Yes, you will. Now use the lit candle with the sideboard again, basically to put the candle back. By the way, I like how this guy is literally just letting us roam free in his private quarters or whatever. It's that normally wouldn't happen anyway. But yeah, so there's the sideboard. It is the hotspot for it is at the top, so just click on it to put it back. Next up, we're going to click the sideboard again, and we're going to pick up the cod liver oil. And then we're going to use that cod liver oil with harm. Again, it should do him no harm, but we are trying to do him harm by basically robbing him. Right, let's exit back out to the crossroads now. So what we're going to do, the hotspot above the exit for Harm's cabin is the top level of the ship. So again, use your right stick there. We need to go to the top of the ship. And when we're up here then, there's only one thing to do, and we're going to click the crank twice. So once, twice, and that's about it. And now we can exit back to the docks. Right, so from here, so what we're going to do then, we are going to go all the way back to the docks now. So obviously we need to head all the way left and back. So go slightly to the right, and just in between the bathhouse and the exit, we can see the iron ring. There it is, the iron ring. So we're going to go in your inventory, use the smoking hook first of all. So get your smoking hook out, use that with the iron ring first. Then we're going to use the bucket as well. So next up, go bucket should now be highlighted already, so we'll use that.
Have you had too much fever dream, Spirit?
No, screw off, sir. Now we're going to go back into the bathhouse on the right. Next up, we are going to talk to Nuri again, when we can.
Say.
And we are going to choose send Nuri to the ferryman. So send Nuri to the ferryman. Sorry to break up the nude party right here, but we got stuff to do, news. Let's go. Right, talk to the bathwoman. And again, choose specific options here. First of all, we're going to ask for the wound powder. So we're going to ask for wound powder.
Can you give me some of your...
You injured? No. My...
Next, ask for the used bandages.
Can I at least have some...
But I know who knows what he's got. He might end...
I don't even...
Better to be...
That's why old...
And then just go ahead and quit out. That's all we've needed.
I'll leave you to it then.
Right, now we should see the bathwoman throw out a bandage. If, for whatever reason, she doesn't, just keep waiting until she does. She will eventually. Or you can just keep talking to her if you need to. But she should do it straight away. And if she does, we can now exit back out, as you can see. And you can just see the one that got tossed in the bucket. So go ahead and pick up that bandage. Then from here, we're going to exit to the crossroads again. So head up once more. Now we are able to talk to Nuri again. She should be right in front of the fisherman. And again, choose some specific dialogue options. First of all, say fish from ferryman.
Did he give you a fish?
Yes, we chatted.
About what?
Oh, this and...
Now choose send Nuri onto the lifeboat. So send Nuri onto the lifeboat, and then after this, we can exit.
Go to...
Do you want to...
No, I just...
I'll get you to...
Right, so now we're going to walk all the way to the right. We're going to go all the way around the front of the ship to Nuri. So Nuri, if we go down this time instead of going up, you should see Nuri at the front. There she is. Right, go into your inventory. Combine the knife and the herring. Or the fish. So, knife and the fish. Combine them two. That's going to get us the fish bone. And then once we do have the fish bone, we're going to go back into our inventory. We're going to combine that fish bone and then combine it with the miniature anchor. So the miniature anchor should be just to the left, bottom left there. Lovely, that will get us the miniature anchor with fish bone, oddly enough. Right, now we can use that miniature anchor slash fish bone with Nuri. And then once we have done that, we can go all the way back to the top level of the ship.
At the same time, can you do that?
Of course.
Good, because if...
Right, so once we are here, we're going to click the crank just once. So click the crank just once. And then we can head back downstairs and go back into Harm's cabin. So there we go. Head into the bottom side of the ship now, which will be Harm's cabin. Right, so open up the sideboard once more. Again, this stranger just letting us, you know, he's letting this stranger in, mess around with his stuff. Pick up the bottle of cod liver oil. Now, in your inventory, combine the cod liver oil with the used bandage. So the used bandage with itchy powder. We are going to combine those two. Once this is done, we're going to use the cod liver oil slash itchy powder with Harm.
Your cod liver oil.
What's this? It's getting worse. Can't damn
So now we are going to talk to Harm himself again. And this time we're going to choose Distract Harm from Nuri. So Distract Harm from Nuri. Now, just keep talking to him, but just don't insult him. Talk to him about absolutely anything. Never insult him.
Come, I used to before my...
Were you a pirate?
I was, but now... Anything else?
Yes.
I'm done. The quacks won't tell me. They sell me, but they're not. You can hear death when he times... Is that all?
One last... Did you kill me and...
Not with... Did you know? Was he your father?
No.
They all became poor on... And now leave me alone.
And once you've seen Nuri make the swap, we can exit out to the crossroads. So we're finally almost done here. Feels like we've been here for ever. But we've got a few more things to do. So we're going to exit back to the top level of the ship. We're going to click the crank 3 times now. So click the crank 3 times. Unos. Dos. Tres. Or 1, 2, 3 in English. Now we're going to go all the way back down to Nuri. And let's talk to her.
In case the ship cast...
Don't talk to the lifeboat, because that'll make you go insane. Now choose Harm's key.
So?
Yes, what's your...
I'll have to get past the baldy with the key.
Why don't...
What?
Hide the key and...
And now we can just simply exit out. This will get us the fishbone key, of course. Right, let's go back into Harm's cabin now. And we're going to pick up the wooden box, which is on the sideboard, finally, just next to the candle. So pick up the wooden box. Next up, we're going to use the fishbone key with the whale chest. It should be in your inventory. There we go. Fishbone key. Use that then with the whale chest.
Easy.
Again, no problems with what we're doing here. Harm, he's just chilling out. We're going to click the chest. We're going to pick up the prism. which is inside. There we go, pick it up. And then make sure to click the chest again. As she blows. Right, in your inventory, once again, combine the wooden box and the prism. And it should fit absolutely perfectly. Perfect.
Prism fits perfect.
Right, now we can use the wooden box / prism with the open window. And then we can get the hell out of here.
What?
Now the booze is...
Oh, how I'm...
I'd rather not.
All nonchalant and stuff. Right, first of all, we are going to walk towards Nuri, where we are going to see the box in the water. There it is, prism in wooden box, so pick that up. Oh, in fact, no, we got to use the hammock, sorry. So go into your inventory, make sure the hammock is selected, and then press the Y button on the prism in wooden box in order to get that. Now, we're going to be coming up to 3 different achievements, but it is very important that we make a save. So right here, after the dialogue, go ahead and make a save right now. Right now, damn it! Don't make me be your daddy. Save the damn game. Doesn't matter what part of the game you save it over, just make sure that you've saved it right here. That should be more than enough sufficient warnings. And now what we can do is go and talk to the ferryman. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through the dialogue as we've been doing throughout the game now. But after we reload the save a couple of times as we choose passage to the swamp.
Let's go.
So I'm going to just go through the game normally. And then when we get the first achievement and reload the save, I'm just going to press the start button a couple of times in order to get to the dialogue options quicker. So for now, we are at the swamp. We should get the wet feet achievement. But smash through all of the, or smash through the dialogue for the moment. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to choose any one. So for the first 2 dialogue options, choose whatever you want. Doesn't matter which one. Fanglari is hidden, Flangari is on the outskirts. Next, you can choose whatever dialogue option you want again.
There's no chili and every no.
So either choose no or yes. Again, it doesn't matter. But the third dialogue option is the most important because these are the ones that are going to get us these specific achievements. So, first of all, we are going to choose deny when it comes up.
That's not it. I want to give...
Your neck.
I'll be in Fanglari until then.
But...
You do.
Me?
I'm good. Then you'll be able to...
I don't know.
Take it. Wonderful. An endless...
Fitting.
Why? For our bond.
So right here, make sure to choose deny. So deny. This is going to get us the Not a Ladies Man achievement after the cutscenes.
A first. Great, that's just what I need.
Raven!
Shh!
Where have you been?
I went to get...
We're going to Fanglari. And it's beautiful.
Well...
Good morning.
Let's not...
All right. I think it... And then we'll all we... But I'll take... Right.
Okay, so once the achievement unlocks, we can go ahead, go back into our save game and reload that last save. So reload the last save. Now what I'm going to do, because I've gone through the dialogue options a little bit, whatever, we know just what to do, we know how long it's going to take, etc. So now from here, once we reload this save, I'm just going to press the start button in order to blast through it even quicker. So again, head back to the ferryman. And obviously choose a passage to the swamp. And then just keep clicking the start button until we get to the dialogue options. Now, remember, the first 2 options for Nuri, it doesn't matter. So the Fanglari is hidden. Choose whichever one you want here. Same with the next one. Choose either yes or no. But the third option, this time we are going to choose accept. So choose accept. And then once that's done, smash through. Again, press the start button a couple of times here. The achievement Ladies Man will unlock, and then we can reload our last save again. So, same thing again, go to the ferryman, passage to the swamp. This is going to be the last time that we're going to do this. So keep clicking the start button. And keep going, keep clicking the start button until we get to the first dialogue option. Again, doesn't matter, Fanglari is hidden or the outskirts. Choose yes or no. But the third option, we are now going to choose tell Nuri the truth, finally. So once you've told Nuri the truth, tell Nuri the truth finally, we will get the An Honest Man achievement or trophy, and they start getting it on. Mortal and fairy, human and fairy, magical creature versus human. So that should be the not a ladies man, and an honest man achievement or trophies unlocked. After the cutscenes anyway. Right, so there we go. Everyone's happy, we can now crack on. Right, we are going to pick up the Blade of Spade, which should be just below us, next to the fire. So go ahead and pick that up. Next up, we're going to pick up the hatchet, which should be on the house roof on the left-hand side. And there it is. And now we are going to use that same hatchet with the cart, just to the left of the fire. So there we go. Hatchet should already be in your inventory, should already be automatically highlighted. So use it with the cart. And then we can pick up the handle. So in the inventory, combine the handle and the spade blade. So combine the handle and the spade blade spade to get the spade. Makes sense. Right, go over to the boat wreck and highlight it and press the right trigger in order to fix it. Or R2 button. And now, after this, we can use the spade with the boat and we can exit via it. So use the spade with the boat.
Fanglari, here we...
So, welcome to the Hollow Tree area now, I guess. Okay, so walk all the way to the right. And we're going to use the spade with the strange plant. So we will see, strange plant, there it is. So use the spade with it, and that will get us the spitting plant. Oh, did you know that's a filthy habit?
Ouch, that stuff's...
And, you know, get stung in your eyes and stuff. So once we have that, we'll just jab him out and put him in our little pocket, because apparently it goes miniature when you, in point and click games, it all goes miniature, so you can put it in your pocket. Pick up the perforated boot, which should be a little bit over to the left, there it is. So pick up the perforated boot. And then pick up the rope, which is in the boat. So pick up the rope. Sorry. Next, we're going to use the hatchet with the tree trunk. So the tree trunk should be just over to the left a little bit again. There it is. Oh, well, in the middle of the screen, sorry. We're going to use the hatchet with it.
There's always a way.
And apply. Now, simply go across it then. So we're going to cross the trunk to the hollow tree, and then we're going to use the rope with the hollow tree. So we can't go down without using the rope.
Nuri! I'll go first.
No,
if your turn...
What kind of luck?
Nuri, don't come...
What's that?
Stop! Are you crazy? You stay behind. I'll think of something.
Alright. Right, so apparently we're in a peacock room, as it were. So we're going to click on the peacock statue just to the right of Nuri twice. There is the statue of the peacock. Make sure to move it twice. Now press the X button in order to examine it. So press the X button now. Yes, a peacock.
A herald from Fanglar. He's welcome.
Right, once you've done this then, make sure to talk to Nuri after this.
Did you do that?
A glove.
Nuri?
Now choose the option to touch my peacock. Or touch the peacock, sorry. Touch the peacock.
Touch the statue.
Once this is done, we are going to walk right. We're going to pick up the mirror, and then we can exit back to the right. So walk to the right, pick up the mirror. Oh, God damn it. Let's try that again. Pick up the mirror. And then we can exit to the back right. Apparently the eyeball creature is very easily distracted. Okay, we're in the petrified woman room. So walk all the way to the right. We're going to use the spitting plant on the giant worm. So the little miniature now spitting plant apparently has enough venom and poison in it to do some damage. So use that on the old giant worm, not our little peacock. And use the mirror in the hole just above the giant worm. So make sure your mirror is activated. Use it in the hole. And if we go over to the left, you can see the dragonfly flying about. We're going to use the hammock on the dragonfly. Next up, we are going to highlight the creature and then press the left trigger. So highlight the creature, hotspot, press left trigger to break it slightly. Apparently he doesn't care. Now use the flintstone and tinder with the giant worm. There you go, should be the second one on your inventory. Flintstone and tinder, press the Y button to use it with the giant worm.
I must have completed.
Oh, kablamo! Excuse me again, Marge. Must have been that bean I had for dinner. Right, head over to the left anyway. We are now free as a bird since no eyeball is watching us. I'm going to click the peacock statue once. So touch that little peacock. And then walk left to the lamp oil. And we're going to use the water bladder. So go into your inventory, click the water bladder, and we're going to use that with the lamp oil. And then once you've done that, we can now pick up the oil lamp. So just to the right of it. Just to the right of it. So we've done the lamp oil. Now we can pick up the oil lamp. There it is, not to be confused with oil lamp. Lamp oil. There we go. Right, finally, done it. Now we're going to exit to the right of the lamp oil. Basically going towards the eye was. So we are in this little room right here, the cave entrance. In our inventory, select the oil lamp and press the right trigger, or R2, in order to get it fixed. Now we're going to use the oil lamp with the left basin slot. There's 3 basin slots. One on the left, one on the upper, one on the right. So use the oil lamp with the left basin slot. Next, we are going to use the water bladder / lamp oil with the right basin slot. Raggy-roo. And then, with that, we are also going to use the flint and tinder with the right basin slot in order to start a fire. So the right basin slot there, use the flint and tinder. And now use the dragonfly with the top basin slot. You'll have to go up the stairs on the left, but use the dragonfly with the top basin slot. Hey, stop saying basin slot so much in there. Sorry, Chief. Chief Wiggum.
There we go.
Right, so now we can use the prism. So on top of the gear is called the contraption. So we're going to use the prism with it. And then once that's done, we can click the prism. So there we go. So now click the prism. And from here on out, any dialogue choices do not matter at all.
Nuri, we've made it. Nuri! Who are you?
I'm impressed. It never... How dreams become... I stand... The shadow becomes a bar and chained to the...
This harp.
I don't... But you...
Enough of that.
Are you person one?
No. And I will go...
How did she ever about the sue you?
No.
Why don't you listen to me? You have thrown my war...
Nuri!
You want to see the darkness?
No.
Then...
The end. Come, little fair.
Where are we going now?
I'll take you. You'll finally...
Are you really?
Yes, I... You. It's you.
Damn this cursed raven. This is exactly what wasn't... I always...
What the hell, brush? You just pushed me in. Damn you, Nuri. Damn you, Raven. Anyway, we're on to this new room. This is called the well room, because there's a well in it. Makes all the specific sense. Right, when you speak to that little eyeball creature thing, we're going to exhaust all the dialogue options again.
I'm a bringer of doom.
What?
I've caused harm to... What?
You all...
I didn't... It's just... I want...
This... What?
A different... But...
Where is...
It in... But shit... No, I'm not...
And this will get us the Strange Realms achievement or trophy. So, what we're going to do here, we'll be back here in just a bit. We're going to exit left up the stairs. Where we're going to end up in what's called the white... We'll call it the White Peacock room, because there is a giant white peacock.
Who are you? What's your business here? Where do you come from? Talk.
Right, choose the option to descent. Descent.
I've just...
No, I'd better take you to them along.
No.
Don't give... Your high I found for you.
The boy. It's all well.
Night?
The birdman, but the side. We did not. Why did the Almighty Mud make what? Implan have it all grow?
Where we'll end up in the Queen's room. Now, just keep silent. Yeah, we're going to be choosing specific dialogue options, so keep silent first. Then, hospitable arrest.
In that case, I'll agree. I'd be allowed...
Yes, the night, but he might all use it.
Then choose appease.
I'm not... All I want...
We knew he doesn't, although every...
No, this just isn't the plan.
In that case, he...
Then choose let me go.
Then let...
him the gate.
Then choose a second gate.
But the eye creature...
Did it. The rare... And he...
Your man...
Side... What shall hand him... And... What? He sh... Hear ye challenge if...
Impossible.
Silent if it we will think.
And finally choose tasks. Yeah, alright, Greg Davis in disguise and little Alex Horn. Taskmaster. If you don't know what Taskmaster is, I highly advise to watch it. Incredible show. Right, so from here then, we are going to pick up the wicker basket and the goblet. The wicker basket just to the left of where we were. And then the goblet a little bit further down. Goblet. Right. Exit left to the White Peacock room. And then we're going to exit to the top left grey door. So you can see over on the left there are two doors. One's like green or something, and the other one on the right is grey. It's the grey door that we're going to be going through. I can't tell. My eyes are a bit weird, but it is the grey one. There we go. So we end up in this room. So walk left. Now what we're going to do, we're going to pick up the stake and both of the horns. So there should be 2 horns. We're going to pick both of those up, and we're also going to pick up the stake and the crystal as well. Hey, what happened? I know what to do. Don't worry. So make sure to pick up the stake as well. It was in that same horny area. So now we're going to click this circle painting in the middle 50 times. It's basically going to turn it upside down 25 times, and we should get the Feeling Dizzy achievement unlock. If it doesn't, the trophy may unlock a little bit later, but just keep spinning this 25 times or 50 times until the achievement unlocks. So click the circle painting that the triangle is pointing down, like so. And then what we'll do is use the light crystal now with the right-hand side fixture. So there we go. We got the crystal. Use it in the right fixture. Now we can exit through that painting. Cal, what the hell are you doing? Right, there we go. Sorry about that. I don't know what the hell I just did there. So now we're going to pick up the color stone. We appear at the top there. So pick up the color stone and the spear. The spear is in the statue. Ooh, spooky magic. So grab the spear from the creature statue's mouth and then simply head back downstairs. So use the color stone with the basin, which should be directly below where the circular painting is. So use the color stone with the basin and then pick it back up 5 times. Doing this 5 times will get us the Changing Seasons achievement or trophy. Summer, winter, spring and autumn. Right, make sure that the color stone is still in the basin. So make sure to leave it there and then head out to the right. By the way, I don't know what your favorite month is. Summer is mine. Ever since I hit 35, my mid-life crisis is that I hate the cold. Yeah, okay. So back in the white peacock room, go to the top water basin. So head all the way up to the right. And we're going to, we'll use the spear with it. So use the spear there with the top water basin. Now head all the way down and around to the lower water basin where we can pick up the small spear. So once you pick that up, go into your inventory, select the horns and press right trigger or R2.
Misusing weaponry for
that will fix them lovely. Now back in your inventory, get the bow and then combine that with the arrow. So you get, wow, a bow and arrow. Well, who saw that coming? Back into your inventory. So go back into our, well, oh, in fact, actually, we're going to go back into the color room. So head into the grey door, because I had actually forgotten to pick up the stake right here, just over to the left-hand side. So I'd forgotten to pick up the stake, but we need to be in this room anyway after we do this, so don't worry about that. So once you've got the stake now, or from earlier on, doesn't matter. But we are going into our inventory now, and we're going to combine the stake and combine the goblet. So combine the stake, combine the goblet. That'll get us the goblet with the handle. And here we are back in the gallery. So click the painting, the circular painting, so that the triangle is now pointing upwards. And then we will exit back out to the white peacock room. And now we're going to go through the orange window right next to the gallery. So it's lit up, as you can see. And for the first time, we'll be able to head in there. This is called the tree room. We can't do much apart from a couple of things. So we're going to use the bow and arrow. So into your inventory, we're going to use the bow and arrow with the apple hanging off the tree at the bottom right there. So it is the specific apple. Fex, be with me. Ah, fex it, we did it. Now use the goblet and handle with the honey coming from the beehive. Oh, beehive, baby. So use the goblet with the honey coming from the beehive, not the actual beehive itself. And of course, that'll get us the goblet with honey. Again, makes all the sense. a lovely little room, this, mind. Very peaceful, although it is upside down. Right, so back in the White Peacock room, head to the gallery room again. And we're going to click on the circular painting to get the triangle pointing downwards. Next, pick up the colour stone from the basin and exit back out to the White Peacock room. And we are going to go to the back right room, which is just the room just above the guard. Back into the well room. Oh yes, a little bit of back and forth going on right here. So, pick up the apple from the well. And now pick up the figurine of the queen, which is just the light figurine on the left. There it is, so pick up the figurine of the queen. And now we're going to head back to the left in order to get to the White Peacock room. And then we're going to go to the queen's chamber, which is where the guard is. So, just down and right. Just past the guard. We're all good now. We got free reign, basically. Head up through the archway. So not through the window, but of the actual archway to end up in the pedestal room. And now we're going to use the goblet of honey on the south square of the compass. So not southwest, not southeast, but just dead on south. So use the goblet of honey on the south square. And then once we have done this, you will see the peacock go, brrr, let's take a nap now, brrr. Or something like that. That's a peacock noise, apparently. So head to the Queen's chamber. And then we're going to head back into the White Peacockle room. Now, again, because we put the honey on the south, and we picked up the colour sphere from the gallery, the peacock should be asleep. Looks more like a giant spider web now, in all fairness. So, head into the middle of where the White Peacock is, and we're going to pick up, just below it, the peacock's feather.
He didn't even...
Yep, happy with that, mate? Let's get the hell out of here. So, back into the Queen's chamber once more. So again, just where the guard is standing, just to the right of him. Go back into the pedestal room. Again, not the window, but the archway. Pick up the goblet of honey from the south square. And now we are going to use the goblet of honey with the west square. As west as you can get. No west east, no west north, just west. Or west. Right, that'll do. Woo! So he's awake now. It's a good nap. Good 5-minute nap, as it were. So pick up the goblet of honey again. And as you can see, the path in the background still remains. So we're all good now. So head back down into the White Peacock room. And this time we are going to enter the left door. So not the grey door for the gallery room or anything like that. Just past this seashell on the very next left. That is the next room that we're going into. Because that puts us at the very top. Happy days. Now we can enter the statue in front of us. Right, inside the big statue with the big fiery nose, pick up the pot of paint, or click it. We're going to use the goblet of honey with the red paint. So it should already be highlighted. So use the goblet of honey with the red paint right now. Next, we're going to use the peacock feather with the orange paint. So use the peacock feather there with the orange paint. And now we are going to press the X button on both of the eye sockets. So press the X button to look at both of the eye sockets. And now we're going to use the wicker basket with the left eye socket. So a lot of stuff's going on, but it's all the method to our madness, as always, in every point-and-click adventure game. Now we will exit to the White Peacock room once again. And we're going to head back into the gallery. So once here, we're going to head upstairs. We're going to use the light figurine with the upstairs painting. So make sure to use the light figurine in that upstairs painting, the one with the little steps going on. Take a bloody time. Right, finally got there. Now use the colour stone with the upstairs basin. It won't work if you're downstairs, so make sure to use the colour stone with the basin upstairs. Now we will pick up the crystal from the left fixture. And now we can use the orange paint with the upstairs painting. Yeah, use the orange paint, sire. Squire, use the damn orange paint. I'm sorry, you guys. There we go. Use the orange paint then with the upstairs painting. That'll get a little bit of orange in, obviously. Right, use the crystal with the left fixture once again to basically stop this colourful madness. And then, once that is done, we can now finally pick up the rainbow-coloured light figurine. You can pick it up. Nothing's stopping us now. Right, pick up the colour stone as well before we leave. Now we're going to go back downstairs. And we're going to use the colour stone with the basin again. So use the colour stone, yep, with the basin. That's the one. Click the painting so that the triangle is pointing upwards. And now head to the white peacock room and then all the way to the back right to go back to the very start well room. Okay, so from here, head to the right, and we're going to talk to that little eye creature again. And again, we're going to be choosing specific dialogue options. So first of all, wish of the eye creature.
What do you want to do?
Nah, I just how.
Next up, choose place for eye creature.
I know a place. Yes.
No, what's...
Next, choose dark.
It's dark then.
How?
Now choose empty eye socket.
It's as dark.
Oh, all right.
Exactly.
But what am I going to do?
Next up, choose dream.
You can sleep and
dream. And what am I supposed...
Then choose birthday.
Perhaps you'll dream of your...
And press...
Low.
Yay, please.
Let's go.
And that's all the murder she wrote. So now that we got the eye creature, we can now exit back left into the white peacock room. And then when we are here, we're going to use the rainbow-coloured light figurine with the lower water basin. With the lower water basin. So basically the queen statue, who is now colourful as hell. We're going to use that with the lower water basin. And now we need to go all the way to the upper water basin in order to pick up the rainbow-coloured statue. And if you look at your inventory, it should say now that it is life-sized. Right, so what we need to do now is go all the way into the middle and talk to the peacock. We can't talk to him from where we are. We've got to go all the way in the middle and talk to the peacock.
Hello.
What? I've never heard this.
My name is Geralt.
Not for in that. Of course, the Pavarius.
So you are the...
No.
Oh my god, it's you. You're him. You're Tony Randall. Now choose magnificent plumage.
You have magnificent plumage.
Haven't I? That's what...
The eye...
Yes.
Yeah, plumage. That's what I meant. Sorry. Birthday of the eye creature. Yeah, I thought plumage sounded a bit wrong. That sounds like I'm inspecting your plumage pipes, and I'm not. Now we can just exit out of here once we are done.
I better not keep you any longer.
I can't believe he speaks English. Wow, great English. Better than mine. Right, next we're going to click on the seashell. We've walked past the seashell many a time so far, but we're going to click on it now.
The seashell is from now on the picture and the possessed of anyone.
And once that's done, we're going to exit via the left door and go back to the inside of the statue. So there's an achievement that's going to be coming up, but it can be kind of finicky and a little bit glitchy. So once we put the eye creature inside the wicker basket, we are going to make a save just in case. It's not necessary, but it is as a precaution. So get the eye creature, pop him in the wicker basket. And as I said, from here, we will make a save just to be on the safe side. So, we need to choose some specific dialogue options again. So we're going to talk to the eye creature. Eventually.
I'll leave it.
Now, oh, it's because I was trying to talk to the wicker basket. But we do need to speak to the eye creature. For whatever reason, I thought it was a bit of a glitch, but I was talking to the wicker basket, not the eye creature. So, yeah. Which I've only just realised. I thought the game was being buggy and glitchy. But I was just being an absolute idiot. So, speak to the eye creature. Choose eye open. Now choose birthday celebration.
Look here. You're congrats.
Tell me about my...
Now choose players.
There are the flutes are...
Yay, such
Now choose dance.
All the guests are... They laugh and dance.
That's beautiful.
Now choose raisin cake. Now, the party animal should unlock right here, but I believe there is a massive delay on this one. You may be able to try and talk to the eye creature a few times afterwards, although he won't talk to us once he's awake. But for me, I ended up pausing the game and the achievement unlocked. If it really doesn't unlock, you'll just have to reload the save and try again. But you can either try and talk to the eye creature a few times, but again, it was a bit of a delay for me on this one. But I ended up pausing the game and then it finally unlocked.
Not now.
So again, not sure if that was just coincidence or not at the timing, but yeah, there is a bit of delay on that one. So just make sure that it unlocks. But once we are done here, we are finally done with the eye creature. We can now go to the White Peacock room and head into the Queen's chamber, the room where the guard is standing outside of. Right, so once we are done here, we are now done with the Taskmasters. Thank you, little Alex Horn. But we're going to use the apple, first of all, on the Queen. So use it with the Queen. Now, every time we get dialogue, we're just going to exit straight out. We don't have to talk to her about anything else. We'll just quit straight out. So exit the dialogue. And now use the rainbow-coloured light figurine on the Queen as well. And again, just exit out of the dialogue. We don't have to. But once you've done those two, we can now go ahead and talk to the Queen. So go up, talk to Queenie herself again. And we're going to choose the Seeing Birdman statue. So Seeing Bird statue, that is going to get us the key.
He is. We do not know how. That's fate. May he...
Many thanks.
So we got the Queen. Let's get out of here. We go into the Pedestal room again. And then what we're going to do here, when we get into the room, we're going to use the key with the stone pedestal. The stone pedestal is the little one just at the top there. So use the key with it, and then we can finally exit through the door into the dream chambers. So we are going to walk all the way to the right until we reach the fairy gate, and then we'll be able to click it.
You want to...
Who?
Down... Zandu...
What?
You have to...
What?
You...
A youngling? Oh, what times.
I am Geron from another world.
Why are you not my sister?
So now we are going to exhaust all of the dialogue options until we can end it with Challenge Dream and then Ready.
Is that... Oh,
I have to go back.
yes. That... They just...
Please.
They get it will...
What?
She can match... Oh, the bird...
I...
Think it...
But
the pain... Oh,
has any...
I have...
I'd like to challenge my dream, with your permission.
The way into the chamber...
What do
you have...
What? Shah?
I'll have to mute if you as well.
This all...
Are you...
I'm ready.
Then sit... What do you remember?
I'm not sure.
Don't be shy. Tell me though.
Very well. There's a crowd of people that I keep hearing a black... There's a fire, but a man...
So we're going to end up back home now. Hooray, it's been a while. But we are back home. Right. First of all, exit via the door. We are out of here. That's it, we're back home. We don't have to do anything else now. Now we're going to walk right around the trailer. Sorry, got no idea what just happened right there. Not sure why I done that. So head around the trailer. What we're going to do, we're going to click on our boxer shorts on the root of the tree. It doesn't come up as a hotspot. So just where the fire is, or the very still fire, have a look at the little piece of wood, the petrified fire. So just below it, click on there we go. So click on that, the boxes on the root. That'll get us the World Whisperer achievement. Now, from here, highlight the hanging hourglass and click the left trigger on it to break it. And pick up the glass shard. So pick up the glass shard from the ground. Pick up the petrified fire. Does look scared. It's not even moving or anything.
It's not even...
Nope. And now we can head back inside of the trailer. Trailer trash. Trailer trash. So, go and click the trunk, the closed trunk, bottom left corner. And now we can... I didn't kill you all. Don't be so bloody dramatic now. Pick up the magic flute. And we can exit via the trunk, or via the trunk, whatever you want to call it. But we're exiting through the trunk anyway. Pick up the key, then exit back inside. Key should be the only thing we can grab. We're going to use the key with the lock on the closet door over on the right. And then once we have done that, we can enter said closet door. And there's Raven just chilling. He's the bad guy, didn't you know? But we're going to use the flute with the Raven. So use the magic flute and dootin with your ass Raven Putin.
I don't
even know how to play.
Finally.
Next, we're going to use the glass shard with the curtain. So use glass shard with the curtain, and then once we have revealed beneath... Oh, it's Nuri taking another bath. Taking another naked bath. Key. So after this, we're going to talk to Nuri, and that'll get us the Seer's artifact.
Here. So that you won't give up.
Next up, we will pick up the raven's feather from the ground. Once you've done speaker to Nuri, pick up the raven feather from the ground and then exit out to the left. Now, we have to use these items on the hooks from left to right in a rather specific order. So the hook's just by the door there. So from left to right, we're going to put the curtain. So put the curtain on the very left one. And then the one next to it, use the flute. Next, use the feather. The raven's feather. Next, use the petrified fire. And then finally, use the seer's artifact. And then once this is done, we'll be able to walk left and click on the fairy gate again.
How do you feel?
It was...
I see.
Yeah,
Indeed, again.
You
farewell.
Zandorin, Amorindal. You make...
The god...
When Geron arrived back home, a full moon had passed.
Where? Nuri's hideout. I'm back. But why is... It can't even be the beginning of...
Okay, so now we are in Nuri's hideout. We will also get the cold welcome achievement, or a cold welcome achievement. So, right in front of us, use the knife on the thorny edge. We're getting there, guys. Getting there, guys and gals. Getting there.
Nuri will forgive me.
Nuri best not forgive you, for you ruin her thorny hedge. Pick up the icicle from the side of the fairy gate. So everything's looking a bit damp and a bit weirder than it was before. Pick up the plant to get the mandrake.
One of the mandrakes has survived.
Not the real Drake, because Drake's in with P. Diddy probably, and that's for a whole nother day. So let's get out and exit to the forest. Now, within the forest, we're going to use the knife with the lichen, which is just to the left of the hideout entrance. There it is, the lichen. But we're going to use the knife of it to get the lichen, or lichen, whatever the hell it is. Now we will exit left to go to the outside of town. So once we're here, we're going to pick up the oak twig. Should be right in front of us. There she blows. Pick up the oak twig. And then we're going to exit to the town square. So effectively heading all the way up. And then we're going to go to Piggy's Little Market, which, if you remember, is straight up. Straight up. Ah! Right. Go to the herb stand. And we are going to use the knife with it. So you remember this place from obviously the very beginning of the game. It's looking a bit drearier now than it did, in all fairness. Where there was only like 6 or 7 people around. We can get the white canvas though, and that's specifically what we're after. So the white canvas from the washing bowl. So yeah, we got the white canvas. Click the washing bowl, pick up the root from it. And now we can exit left. So not back left to the town square, but very left to the outside of the castle. We are going to need to click on the wench. As soon as we get to... Oh, the winch. The winch, sorry. So click on the winch. This is basically needed intel for later. So let's go ahead and grab this. Now we will exit back to the town square. So head to the right again. Apparently I was going for a jog as well. Why not get a bit fit while we're here? And then up towards Gwinnling's house. The Gwinnling teabag. So, you'll remember where we're going. Straight up into Gwinnling teabag's house. So we've got a few things that we're going to do here. First of all, on the bed on the left-hand side, pick up the needle and thread. It's just on the bed, just to the left, next to that statue with the... I mean, that's a tap, but it looks awfully a lot similar, like when a lot of men wake up in the morning. So pick up the needle and thread, click on the trunk below it, the closed trunk, and then pick up the green doublet. I thought it was doublé, but, you know, a posh French thing, but it's literally just a doublet, isn't it? So, clicking on the bird droppings in the cage, that is going to get us the dove egg.
One dove's egg left.
Oh, one dove egg. We better get that for breakfast. Head up the ladder. And now click on the right top drawer. So there is a drawer that is smashed over. So we're going to click on the top right drawer. And then once it's open, we're going to use the knife on said drawer. So use the knife on the drawer. And we're going to pick up a few things and get some inventory stuff going now.
An empty drawer.
So pick up the recipe from inside it. And then if we go downwards, you can see a book, the herbarium book, that we also need to pick up as well. But I accidentally missed that one first. Still in the same room, don't worry. But I ended up picking... Oh, in fact, no, I didn't. Because I edited it in some. So click up the herbarium, head to the left, and then pick up the glass shards. So you should have the herbarium book. Now click on the glass shards. So that should get you the recipe, the herbarium book, and the glass shards. Now, in your inventory, combine the lichen and the herbarium. So the lichen and the herbarium, combine those two together. And the root.
Pale yellow root without it.
There we go. So combine the lichen and the herbarium, the root and the herbarium, and then select the glass shards and press the right trigger in order to get the glass bulb nice and fixed up. Nextly up here, use the flintstone and tinder with the oil lamp. So the oil lamp, which is over on the left-hand side. There it is, just on the table. So use the flintstone and tinder with it by, of course, pressing the Y button. I mean, we're almost 3 hours in now. You should know what to do now. Use the glass bulb with the tripod, which is just above the oil lamp. So make sure it is in your inventory, selected, and use it with the tripod. And now we can use the dove egg with the glass bulb.
Something that...
Then we can use the mandrake with the glass bulb. Then the lichen. It definitely is lichen, isn't it? It's not lichen. I'm just being stupid. Use the lichen with the glass bulb. And then next, use the root with the glass bulb. So use the root to the glass bulb. And then finally use the icicle with the glass bulb. And doing all of that should... now we'll be able to pick up the glass bulb. That will get us the curse remedy. And stop saying glass bulb so much in there. But it should give us the reverse the curse remedy, which is very funny. Right, so now we are done with this little area. We're all good. We're going to exit back to the town square. And then we're going to go left to outside of town again. So once we have gone to the left, by clicking the A button as well, walk right slightly and speak to Knight Rathling. Again, a couple of specific dialogue options that we need to choose right. Yeah. Oh yes, the peasant boy. Choose Nuri left.
She abandoned.
Did you do? But the darkness.
No.
You can't.
Now choose crows.
Those they must have every bird.
All I can.
And then finally ask for pennant.
Give me the
The escutcheon is worthless.
Come on.
Oh well.
And from here we can actually just exit out. That will get us the red crown piece. Right, so from here, go back upwards towards the town square. Then up again towards the market. And then finally, we're going to go left to go back to the outside of the castle. And again, we're going to go into our inventory when we're here to do some combining. So first up, we're going to combine the green doublet. Let's just head towards the winter. So combine the green doublet and the brown oak twig. So that one is done. And then we are going to combine, so back in your inventory, combine the green doublet and brown oak twig with the knife. And that is going to get us a green oak twig. There we go, see? Right on cue, right on sync. So back in your inventory, combine the green oak twig and the white canvas. So the oak twig and the white canvas. Go back into your inventory and use the green oak twig, white canvas with the red crown. And now back into your inventory, get the canvasy red crown and then add the needle and thread. And doing this will give us the improvised flag. Happy days. So once again, back into your inventory where we will combine the improvised flag and the reverse the curse remedy. And then finally, use the flag/remedy with the pennant fastener on the flagpole.
Up with it.
Castle dwellers, I've just noted the king wants to see you now.
Finally.
Truly an incredible. So yours, every
he will.
Your but.
So King Broski's looking a bit fed up, but what we're going to do is just exhaust all the dialogue options. So choose whatever it is that you want, and we will get the charter after this.
The king display. Where have your
spare your? You have.
I have fate. It's that.
Enough of that.
You know, give or for this.
My silence. You want my? You shall. I will personally cry.
No, that is not.
We had hoped, but not. What if the
Nuri will nothing.
Your steadfast, you do not to.
This. I have to talk to the fair.
Your heart, I will give.
Be thanked.
Good.
Right, so we've got the charter. Now we can get the hell out of Harter. We're going to exit up to the market. And then we're going to go back into the town square. So up once again in order to go to the town square. A couple of more people about now. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up the clay jug right next to Olgierd, right here. So make sure to pick it up. And then more importantly, once again, we are now going to make another manual save. Right, from here, head back to the market. So back right into the market. Walk all the way to the right, and we will use the chart. There's a guard, just a random guard that will just pop up out of nowhere. There he is. So now we're going to need to use the charter with the guard hut. So make sure the charter is selected. Use that with the guard hut. And after the conversation dialogue right here, we will be able to exit into the academy where we will get the achievement called He Died for the Cause. Not the cause, not the beer, like. Not the lager, not the beer, the cause beer, but he died for the cause. Cause! But we don't want him to die for the cause. What we do need to do is reload the save. We don't want him to die, we want him to live. Live, boy, live! So, now here we are again. We've still got the clay jug, but this time we are going to talk to Olgierd. And again, we're going to choose some specific dialogue options.
Pitchfork there.
Ah, go away.
Calm,
Garon, you.
First up, choose what end.
What do you mean by the end?
I can't go on.
Don't be foolish.
The dream. When I close my eyes, I am and
Then choose talk out of suicide.
Stop that nonsense. All
I should listen. Maybe this. Why should I?
Now choose Win Trust.
Trust me.
Oh, yeah?
And now choose Not a Bad Luck Charmer.
Didn't you always say that bad luck will...
Yes.
But I...
Yes, that...
Couldn't that, but you'd...
You really think?
Now Deny Fault.
Alfred.
Now choose Olgierd was hexed.
It wasn't you who...
Hexed?
Yes, you wouldn't have... So then...
You really think?
And finally, have him hand over the pitchfork.
Come on.
Maybe you're very well. Take the pitch. What if I get night?
Then challenge...
So, doing all that will give us the bloody pitchfork, and now we can exit back to the market. So, now we are going to do the same as we done earlier. Walk all the way to the right. Make sure that the charter is in your possession. And we're going to give this charter back to the guard in the guard hut.
Who goes there?
Look, so...
Not... All right, but I...
So this time, once we exit into the academy and we're into the academy courtyard, the philanthropist achievement should unlock. So that is good job done. We saved the day. Everyone's a winner. Happy days. Right. We kept someone for something. We basically kept Olgierd from killing himself. So exit to the top right into the hallway here. Now we're going to walk up the hallway ever so slightly on our right. And we're going to click the doublet of the guard, which is on the left. That's what it's actually called, doublet of the guard. And then exit onto the roof. So now we are going to use the bloody pitchfork with the boarded up window on the right. So use the bloody pitchfork. Should automatically be in your possession. And then once we've done that, we can now exit through that window. So, once we are in, what we're going to do, we're going to pick up the magician's hat. We are in the magician's room, but we're going to pick up the hat right in front of him. Then we are going to click and look at the tablet on the wall behind the magician. So press the A button and the X button to look at the tablet behind the magician. So that's all we're going to do for this bit. Now we can exit out the window and back into the hallway. Next, we will knock the door on the right, or go into the door on the right-hand side to enter the library. Right, so once we interact with the seer, or the librarian, whatever, we're going to exhaust all of the dialogue, but everything that regards the seer's artifact will repeat. So basically just interact with each topic once and then move on. So everything you say repeats. So just, again, talk to him about everything at once and then move on to the next bit.
Well,
but that can't...
in order...
That is that...
I'm not...
About... Ever since Crow... I was this... He...
Mistake.
What do you...
What do you...
Do you...
No.
That's...
Because I'll look...
Who...
He's look your but here...
Who...
He's look your but here...
Do you...
That's a... Well, I can see with one what he... What he...
The seer and...
Wait.
What?
Or...
Do you... But I'll... About something... As
but you'll have...
What?
What he...
Who's...
He's look but here...
About... What?
Well, it's a well...
What?
The...
But...
And...
I'll be back.
Okay, once we're done with that, on the table we're going to pick up the decanter and the magic glass. I'm taking this. Yeah, thank you. I've just come in and stealing all your library stuff. So, yeah, pick up the magic glass, pick up the decanter. Now, what we need to do for an achievement here is click on the bookshelves to the right. Now, there are going to be 4 categories, and each category has several books associated with them. What we need to do is read them all. So these are the 4 categories. So once you pick on one, you need to then choose every single option. And those options will repeat. So you just need to keep choosing each individual option. So read it once, choose the next option, and then so that'll be the 5 books in the first category done. So then when we go back, we can then choose the next option, which will be Historia, and then just go through all the books. So go through them all at least once.
Effort there's, but the third, I don't. The third, I don't. There's a note. How was he the 100 and about more about as the kind of math men I don't many I don't.
So the achievement will unlock a little bit later when we read another book. So exit to the hallway for now though. Then back to the academy courtyard, just down these stairs. And then once we are back in the courtyard, we're going to go to the left, back into the market. And then all the way left and up into the town square, and then back into Gwinnling Teabag's house. So once we are in Tetley T's house, we're going to go back up the ladder. Come on, bruh. Come on, we're almost there now. We got this, guys and gals. Use the magic glass with the painting on the right-hand side wall. So again, make sure that it is the magic glass that you've got, and then use it with that painting there on the right. Once we have done this, we're going to go back down the ladder.
What?
And again, we're going to exit back to the town square. Then up through to the market. And then all the way to the right to the academy courtyard. I just realised I said up to the market. I meant down, sorry. Although I don't think it makes too much of a difference. But anyway, all the way back to the academy courtyard. Then into the hallway. Then into the library again. So, from here, we are now going to click on the bookshelves again. And we're going to choose Ars Magic. Ars Magica. Now choose Raven's Peak. There we go. Now go back. Then choose Historia. And then again, Raven's Peak. And then once this is done again, we're going to head back. Or choose back, sorry. Now, Geographia. Probably know, you don't have to be Latin or whatever to know what that means. Raven's Peak. And then that is the one that is done. So now we can just exit out of this and the Bookworm achievement should unlock. If it doesn't, it means that you missed reading one of them on the bookshelf. So go back through and read them all again. But the achievement doesn't unlock until you actually leave the bookshelves. So just be aware of that if it didn't unlock. So back out into the hallway, we're going to click on the rightmost tablet. So right across from the library entrance, there are 3 tablets. You need to click on the rightmost tablet. So if you click on it, that's the one. Now we will be able to use the knife on that same tablet. And that'll get us the IS tablet.
Look.
Make sure to pick up the key as well from that same tablet. Right, once you picked up the key, then head back down to the Academy courtyard. And here we are going to go into our inventory. Look, so press the X button on the IS tablet.
Interesting.
Or AS, whatever. But it says SNI 3. Now we're going to use the key with the hole in the ground. Make sure that the key is selected and then use that with the hole in the ground, which should be in the middle of the circle right there. And now we need to click the symbols in this specific order. So the first one is boron. So like moron, but with a B in front of it. It's going to be one of these. There it is. There's the boron, the moron from boron.
What happens now?
Next, choose Raja. There it is. So more or less opposite, slightly opposite. Next, Preos, or Preos. And then Efford. So boron, Raja, Preos, and Efford. And that will open up the stairs, and then we can actually exit down them. So, once we are here then, we're going to use the Magician's Hat with the chandelier right in front of us. The chandelier. Why is my English broken? Tell you what, it's like I'm not even Welsh. So use the Magician's Hat and then add the decanter to it. And next we'll go down the stairs. And then when we are downstairs, we're going to go back into our inventory. And we're going to, we're going to select the clay jug and then press the left trigger /L2. That will get us the clay shards. Next, we will use those same clay shards with the artifact in the magic cage. So make sure that the clay shards are selected and then use them with the artifact in the magic cage.
The shards.
Next up, we're going to use, highlight the clay shards in the cage and press the right trigger. And that will fix it up. So again, right trigger /R2 on the clay shards. Go back up the stairs. And now we're going to use the knife with the Magician's Hat. So use the knife with the Magician's Hat. Oh, nice. Oh, nice cup of tea, boys. Especially if you're British, you'll have a cup of tea and a beer. It's literally the British choice of beverage, tea and beer. Go downstairs, pick up the Seer's artifact. And that will be as good as gold. We are done here. So now we'll go back into the Academy courtyard. Who even put this down here? Oh, damn it, King. Go back into the hallway and then back into the library. So once we're back into the library, we're going to talk to Jacomao once again. He's getting his clothes orders ready. Choose the Seer's artifact, the only one that we can.
In the meantime, it's important.
The raid.
That's right.
How does
if you allow this?
What does
you can only
then choose focus.
What exactly can be?
You'll need hair that as the body part.
Then choose artifact as bait.
The seer is... And what did...
Wait.
What do you think? But...
Then choose change magic word.
Would it be possible?
You mean...
We could render the...
Interesting. The original.
How?
I'm afraid.
Then choose corvus.
In my dream, the seer mumbled one word when...
Try
it.
Formidable. Now we can...
Then choose own suggestion.
How about...
Then choose Satinav. Not Satnav, but Satinav.
Is Satinav?
And finally, departure.
I'm ready to go to the ravens. I'll bait the raven, then I'll...
I don't know. How do you...
Here.
And I just... So... May the stars of the world...
Farewell.
Farewell, and keep touching the...
Thanks for your help.
They say time heals all wounds, even its own.
Okay, we're about 5 minutes away, guys. We are almost there now, finally. Right, So we're going to highlight the statue of the raven, which is the bottom right of the screen. So the bottom right of the screen, if we can, we are going to highlight the statue of it and then press the left trigger in order to break it. So there we go, statue of raven, left trigger /L2 to break it. Now we just got to wait for the creatures to move away. And then we'll be able to walk to the catapult at the bottom of the screen. Go on, get out of here. Thank you. Right, click the catapult. We need to click on it, and then we will be able to pick up the lever from the snow.
It must have been a hopeless...
Yes. Who cares? Pick up the lever from the snow. Now walk back up to the stairs from near where we started. We actually need to go up the stairs this time. We're going to be doing some catapulting of our own. Catapulting of our own now. Catapulting of our own, yeah. Get the bit in. Right, now we are going to use the knife with the horse's cadaver. So basically the dead horse right there. That horse genuinely looks like it had a hell of a laugh before he died. Froze to death, by the way. Now we are going to use the knife with the meat. So we don't have the meat yet, so we're not combining anything. But we got the horse's hide from the cadaver. What for? Alright, aggressive much. So use the knife with the meat. Might as well get some protein in us.
I don't need any more.
Pick up the projectile, which is from the bottom middle of the screen. Next, we are going to use the flintstone and tinder with the catapult mechanism. So highlight that in your inventory and then use that with the catapult mechanism. I think by this point my brain started to dysfunction as we got towards the end of the game. That's why you've seen a few mistakes there, my bad. But no, use that with the catapult mechanism.
Very good. The ice is...
And now we're going to use the lever with the mechanism. That's what I tried getting to. Got a bit ahead of myself a little bit. And next up, click the winch, which is going to be to the right. Then, once you've done that, we are now going to use the horse hide with the chains. Next, we are going to then add the projectile to it. So the sling from the hide, use the projectile with it. Then go ahead to the left, click the lever. Once you've done that. So click the lever to the left. And then simply head to the left, back into Raven's Peak. And here, you would have heard the almighty scream which you hear on most things, the most hilarious. Right, so, since all the creatures have now been dismantled, as it were, we're going to walk to where the creatures had been, sort of standing around and doing nothing. So pick up the broken sacrificial pole, first of all. So it is the broken sacrificial pole. Should be just around there, it is. Just more or less at the top of where the creatures were standing. In your inventory, select the broken sacrificial pole, then press the right trigger /R2 in order to fix it, and then exit up into the cave. And we are now finally at the very, very last point of the game. Again, unfortunately, you will have to do another playthrough to play it on easy mode in order to get the last two achievements. But the Lion's Den here should unlock for us as well. Now, we need to use the sacrificial pole with a pile of rubble.
Very well, but what will I sacrifice?
Next, we will add the horse meat to the sacrificial pole. And then after this, we should be able to exit to the right. So, after we just about go ahead and we get attacked like hail... Ah! One of them survived! Now, luckily, because it's a game, we've got plenty of time before we get choked to death. So, highlight the icicle in the top right-hand corner and then press the left trigger on it, or the LT, L2 button. That we will obtain a rib. Highlight the broken knife, which should be just below us. And then fix that with the RT/R2 button. Then we can use the rib with the knife. So make sure that the rib should be automatically there. Use the rib with the knife. And then use the knife with the creature. Somehow the creature didn't see us doing all that, incredibly. Right, nice and stabbed up. Right, let's head upwards now. And once we have... here is Nuri. So she's basically been forced to play the harp for the Raven for all of her long, miserable life. Right. So, choose stop playing.
You have to stop.
I'd like, but my hands don't. They keep on until...
Seer, but die is what you will do. I'll pluck.
Think about your... It doesn't have... Don't you... Nuri is just the madam. The herb children. What do you... Didn't you give...
Since we don't care about the Raven, we will just quit out of this conversation. And then once we do this, we will talk to Nuri again and exhaust all the dialogue options with her.
Don't give up. I want...
Don't, imps, and I...
You'll be... Then you'll...
But, and if I
have...
No.
The bird...
No.
So...
No, I don't...
Right, next up, we need to use the Seer's artifact with Nuri's tears. So you can just see her tears because, you know, they're on her face. It's where they come from. Use the Seer's artifact with the tears. And then once you've done that...
I'll use Nuri's the same...
Use the artifact/tears with the Raven.
Very well. Wear it... And now...
And for the final, we're going to choose the dialogue option Prophecy. So make sure to choose Prophecy, not Provoke. Prophecy, please. And that will actually be that. So during the credits, you should get the Eagle Eye and Hard Boiled Adventurer achievements. And the only achievements or trophies you should have left are 2. And that is for completing the game in easy mode and for completing all other achievements. So those should be the only 2 that you got left. Again, unfortunately, you do have to do a second playthrough, but you can be a little bit quicker. So if you want to follow the guide again, you don't have to do some of the miscellaneous stuff we had to do. But the next game, the story will continue in the Dark Eye Memoria, which of course I will cover pretty soon, unless you are watching this later on in life, by which case I've already completed it and covered it, so just go ahead and find it. Either way, it'll be up on the channel eventually, /right now. But there we go, guys and gals, so thank you so much for watching again. As I said, you should only have 2 achievements left, so unfortunately you'll have to blast through it once more, but that will be that. So thank you so much for watching again. I'll see you in the next one. Big love.